Volume check. All right, and we're up. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to Nicole Bazaar. Thank you for being the first one here. Miss Goldie Robinson, thank you for seconding that. Good morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, the retirees. Shout out to the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, the truck drivers, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town truck drivers, and over the road long distance truck drivers. Shout out to my brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Please continue to go over to Troy's channel and support his channel. All right. Please continue to go over to Shakira Spears' channel and support her channel as well. Big up and thank you for being here. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You the business. You that person. You deserve respect. All right. Big up. Thank you for being here this morning. Hey, we got two topics on the board this morning, but it's going to lead us all over the place. You know how we do the thing already. We talk, right? So let me shout out some people first. The two topics this morning, we have the death penalty is on the table. And finally, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, has proposed that where gun crimes are concerned, actually, I have his video, and I'll let you hear what he said in this video. But he is basically saying that guns, if you get caught with a gun, you should face the death penalty. All right, I'm all. If you get caught with a gun, you should face the death penalty. But we're going to talk about that. And of course, this weekend, we actually, as a unit, saved a life. We were an instrumental part of saving a life. I don't know if you saw the 3 videos that got put up when the female was kidnapped, because there's no other way to say it. That's what it was. She was forced into the vehicle against her will. Her niece, now I believe a child, was upstairs, took a phone, recorded it, and blasted it to social media. We jumped on it right away. We showed that video of her being taken away. She was very smart. So was her sister, Kizzy. Kizzy made sure she left all the information about the guy in the video, his name, his nickname. The car was fully in the video, a full description of the car, license plate number, everything. Next day, you saw what happened. She went to a police station. The same girl that we were trying to save went to a police station, made a report against her sister that was trying to save her. A lot of people turned on her right away and were saying that, yeah, them girl are like bad man and gunman. Make the gunman go kill her. Ungrateful gal. And all along, I'm telling people, I said, listen, watch this closely. Because she gave another picture of her, a video clip of her and him riding in the car. And she like she's trying to tell everybody that I'm okay. I'm okay because the last time we saw you was yesterday getting taken away in a car. Today you're okay. The day after that, I guess she got away from him. And she broke down crying, man. She said she loved her sister. She thanked her sister. If it wasn't for that video, she would have been dead, all kind of something. And boom, shout out to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. They got on it and they got him. And we showed the video as well of him being arrested and taken away, so on and so forth. So we're going to talk this morning about escaping or getting away from or out of an abusive relationship, especially for you women. And then because I realized that there's woman language and then there's man language. And that's sometimes our issue because we don't understand each other. I don't know if y'all remember that old book. I think it was a book. Women are from Mars and men are from Venus or something like that. That kind of comes into play. Some of you don't even know how to read between the lines. And so hopefully I could be of help to certain things, right? We're going to talk about that as well. So those are our two topics this morning. Let me big up some people first and then we get right into it. All right. So again, Nicole Bazaar, thank you for being the first one here this morning. Miss Goldie Robinson, good morning. Lenora Todd, good morning. Darlene Walter Riley is here. Good morning. Lashana Alexander is in the building. Craig Bailey, good morning, fam. I'm Inspire is here. Good morning. Marie Murray is here. Jet Shelley is here. Nikki Empress is here. Anique Anderson is here. Dre Bell is here. And Seymour Bennett is in the building. Sexy body there. Christ, what? Crystal Queen is here. King Biggs, morning fam. Lori Lifestyle is here. Darren B is in the building. Bob Cosmic is in the building. Bob Cosmic says good after morning to one and all. Good morning to one and all. All right. Michelle Williams is in the building. Patrice Watkins is in the building. And Kim Wood. Shauna Hines is here. And Lisa Marie Chin King is in the building. If I didn't say your name, you already know how it is. Cash out to everybody. We will be here until tomorrow. So big up on yourself and thank you for tuning in this morning. Irachi Brown, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. Irachi Brown says, you're the light of enlightenment for the mindset of the Jamaican people. That is a tall order, and that is an honor for somebody to even say that and view me in that light. We started out doing this YouTube thing, and we made up our minds from the beginning that we needed to do something with it that was impactful. This takes a lot of time to do. This just running SouFLoTV takes a whole lot of time to do. You wouldn't even understand. I do sleepless nights, right? Go right through working to the next day just to put stuff together in a proper manner so it actually is beneficial. Because we can throw stuff together, you know, and do, oh, Spice, I win Grammy, and this person will argue with that person, and, you know, throw out those frivolous topics and laugh and talk, but then at the end of the day, everybody will be doing the same thing, and all the serious issues won't have a platform. Plus, I realize that where we are gathered in numbers, we can do great things. And it doesn't matter if we're gathered in numbers underground, boots on the ground together, or if we're gathered in numbers online, because that's where the world is now. For those of us who didn't grow up with this level of internet, then I come from when the internet did have just bare green writing on the screen, and the computer back was like this long. So to see where we are now and what we can use this thing to do, mobilize people, right? Big up to y'all, man. Thank you so much for that. Let's go right into this. Jet Shelley, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, fam, I am SouFLo, but trust me, it's the audience, because without the audience, SouFLo would just be SouFLo sitting over there somewhere. So I thank you all for, there are good people out here that want to see good things done, and it renews my faith in humanity and hope for us as a people. We got this. We got this. We just need to tighten up. We need a whole lot of tightening up. But anyways, off of that, let's go right into what happened over the weekend. So I started out by telling you that part, right? Started out by telling you that part just to get you up to date. For those who missed it, there are 3 videos on the channel you can go watch and see the progression of how her rescue came about. That young lady was about to lose her life. And the part that bothers me, that I still have to, teaching is hard, especially when you're teaching people who, I have my own mind made up already. I know what it is. I don't really want to hear nothing, and they lock their ears off to what you have to say. Other people suffer. For instance, a victim, I'm trying to tell people this. You have to understand the socioeconomics of the place that we're trying to help people in. For instance, in Jamaica, poverty is a hell of a thing. And then on top of that, you have, how should I say it? Because I don't want people go away thinking, oh, the whole Jamaica is in poverty. It's not that. You have the wealthy, you have the middle class, and you have those who really don't have it. But you do have a lot of people who take full advantage and disadvantage of those who don't have it, and kind of like bend them to their will because they can give them things. We see this a lot in the form of man-woman relationship. See, watching that brother go to that house, I shouldn't even call him no brother, but you know what? Even in my last video, I said, you too can change, man. You too can change. Leave the girl alone and go change yourself. Check yourself and see what you were just about to do. And yeah, you didn't do it. We're still worried for her family. We're still worried for her safety, because we hear says a man will have whole heap of links and bad man friend and all these things. And it could be one of the reasons why she was reacting the way she was reacting and responding when people were trying to save her. Of course, she came out and she cried on video, and she spoke later and she said, thanks to her sister saved her life. Thanks to her sister, she's still here, because if that video did not go out, he forced her from the house into a car, right? You saw the part where she fell, landed on her back. It looked like he either like forcibly choked her and chucked her backwards, only to find out that she's pregnant. So the next day when she came out and she did the video saying it's just a normal little relationship spat between man and woman, boyfriend and girlfriend, I said that girl is under duress. There's nothing normal about that. And she was trying to save herself too, because when she went to the police station, if you saw that video, she had a camera, but she didn't let the police see the camera. You know why? I said this before, the people don't trust a lot of the police. So she did that to make sure that it was recorded, that she went to the police station, even though she went and told on her sister and tried to, it was all a part of her trying to say, here I am, save me, get me away, please. He made her go over there. And ladies, on the need for listening, man, y'all need to listen, listen, and listen. The first time, I said the second time, listen, I didn't say the third time. I didn't say take a soft lick and hope he don't hit you harder. I said the first time. The first time you hear that voice sound like it's about to get violent, start planning your exit. The first time he motions as if he's going to hit you, get out. Don't wait for it to actually connect. Don't wait for there to actually be a beat down. Leave. This is a man that's telling you this. Leave. If he's already acting like he's going to hit you, we call that practicing. He's practicing, and one day he's going to let it go, right? Any kind of aggression that looks violent, leave. I'm not saying run away from your relationship because you and your man having an argument, blah, 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 word for word at each other. But when those arguments start to get to a place where you start cursing each other like two strangers, that alone is a sign. That's violent. You should not be sitting there trading words with a man and up under your mother too, because you know in arguments you say stuff and it's hateful, right? And then your feelings get hurt, and you hurt your partner feelings back because they're saying stuff to you too that is hurtful. So now you're like, you're hurting my feelings with words, so I'm gonna hurt your feelings with words. And now you trade in back and forth like somebody who you really hate. There's only one more step after that. Because if me and somebody out in the streets and we arguing like that aggressively, I'm already thinking this is going to get violent. So make sure I start going over steps in my mind. Where's my firearm? How fast I can get to it? Pull and shoot. If I have to defend myself, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing for a relationship. You apply the same mindset to that relationship. Watch the progression. Watch the progression and leave. Remember when I said sometimes you have to leave and leave everything? Stop thinking about material things. You can always replace material things. I've seen females do this all the time. Yeah, I wanted to leave, but I got all my shoes and all my clothes in the closet, and I just changed out my whole wardrobe. I just spent $5,000 on this and $2,000 on that, and left it. Leave all of it. Leave all of it. Don't stick around for nothing. Don't stick around for no man to be abusing you. And the mindset that my people don't get is this. When a victim is in distress, seeing, now is not the time for you to start rationalizing and arguing and, oh, she like gunman, so make the gunman go kill her. We all deserve the right to live. We all deserve the right to be dumb and young and make mistakes that don't cost us our lives and grow, learn from it and grow and move on. Who's a better teacher now than her to another young lady coming up? Listen up, I've been there. Let me tell you something. This is how they're going to do you. This, see the signs already in yours because it went just like that for me. And get to a better place in life. You know what I'm saying? Don't just write them off as, oh, them like gunman, so make the gunman go kill her. See? Good morning, you're live on the air with SouFLo.
Yeah, my brother, checking in, morning.
Morning, brother, what on?
Everything going on. First and foremost, I want to big up the platform, big up. Listen me after that.
Big up yourself, family, yes.
I really, really appreciate no more than ever platform where you have and how you push it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Because the same topic where you found with the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Me feel good.
Yeah, trust me, man. Me say,
me feel like I will save a life, you know.
Yeah, then our sister linked me directly, you know, me put it in the video for everybody to see it, that it was them that did this.
Yo, me feel good, me not lie.
Yeah, man.
Good, me brother.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it? Because I could be wrong, but me not say no other platform where push the video or even show the video. So, me just proud say, yo, me is a subscriber of this channel.
Big up yourself, family. You are a part
and the
of
channel
it.
Player.
You there? Because the brother sound clear and everything and
Isn't
just
it?
cut off. All right, see you there. You're there. All right.
Guys, hello?
Yes, you're there. You did cut off a little bit, but you're here. Go on.
Yeah. Because if yeah.
Yeah, man, we get that from.
We are talk with confidence right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut up.
Read, but
you call a cut up, fam.
Online.
You call cutting up, brother. You hear me, brother? All right, make him call back. Yeah. So for those of you who are doubting that it was you, celebrate that moment because it was you. Live on the air with SouFLo. Yeah, your call cut off.
Me again. I try.
All right, your call a cut up. We can't hear you.
Yeah, hear me now?
Loud and clear.
All right, me not still on. Me I say, if it was not for this platform, we would have read about this girl in the papers.
Yes.
Hear about her on the news.
Yes.
See me?
Yes.
And the diversion when them try to create or when the brother try to create, you could have seen she nervous. See me?
But people wasn't seeing through that because we're so quick to dismiss that, and that may I try to tell them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So my main concern now is that the way we as Jamaicans we attention span very shortly.
Remember I said?
And a lot of people love live off of the hype, you see me? So the only thing we want from this right now is for people keep up this momentum and look out for other.
Same sir. Same sir.
Email them because
you call a break up, my brother. He's so clear and precise that I didn't want to cut the call off.
Hello?
Yeah, your call break up in a half hour, so we didn't hear. So wrap it up real quick. Wrap it up real quick.
I'm gonna find some signal and call him up.
All right, brother. All right. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, morning, SouFLo.
Good morning. Doing all right?
Fine, thanks. Hope you guys are okay that end.
All right, your call is going up and down as well.
Are you hearing me clear now?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it short.
All right.
I followed everything on Saturday, I think it was, with the girl. And just like the previous caller said, SouFLo, I felt so proud to be a part of a platform that's actually doing something positive.
Yes. Yes, it's
us. Not long that I've been a part of your platform. It's maybe like a year and a half.
Right.
And you have never disappointed from the day that I joined up until now. You know, so I just wanted to let you know that I'm really happy to be a part of something so positive. I try my best not to miss one morning of your lives because you always walk away from your life with something to ponder, something positive. Yes. I needed you to do that.
Thank you. And thank you for being a part of this.
I would like to say to the ladies as well, especially those that are raising boys, SouFLo, Teach your sons to love.
Hmm.
Don't focus on who they're loving, be it woman, be it man. Focus on how they are supposed to love. Because I know a lot of women, they tend to say, oh, I don't want my son to be soft and I don't want my son to be a wimp. Yeah, we all want our sons to be tough, but there needs to be a balance because it's plain to see that these guys that are doing these things, they were raised with one mindset and one mindset only. I'm entitled, I'm a man, I'm in control, I'm in charge. This is what I say it has to be. No, it doesn't.
Now you're gone underwater again. Why the calls can't be just clear all the way through?
You're hearing me?
Now I'm hearing you. You went underwater for a while.
Oh, okay. You can hear me good now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what I wanted is just for women to teach their sons to be human. You understand?
Right.
It don't always have to be that they have to be tough and they have to throw their power around, but also teach them to be kind, teach them to be respectful, teach them to be considerate, teach them to care. Because this is a guy, just looking at his face, you can see that his main focus in his brain is just to be in control.
Right.
You know, you have to teach your sons that it's okay to be soft in the sense that you understand from a woman point of view. If the woman says you're hurting her, understand that you're hurting her. If the woman said to leave her alone, make peace with the fact, hey, you know, yes, I really care about this person, but let me just leave this alone and move on because this doesn't look right, it doesn't feel right. We have to teach our boys these things from young, social, because by not doing that, this is what we get.
Very true. Very true.
You know, so I just wanted to touch on that as well, okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You too. You
All
take
right.
care and have a good one.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right. Listen. First of all, let's ask what love is. Some people, I don't know if a lot of these females don't understand. Well, I know they're traumatized themselves. Okay, a lot of these females who actually choose these situations are coming from trauma themselves. Things happen along the way growing up somewhere, right? I was having this discussion with Tulux from Twins of Twins. Man, him there reason about this, talk this out, and I came to that conclusion that they're traumatized from growing up. So you remember I told y'all like we can't keep beating the children them and then telling them we love them. That is Caribbean culture in itself right there. I'm gonna bust your ass and they bust your ass for real, and then later on is the same person who inflicted such high level of pain on you is the same person that feed you, cook your dinner, your good food, make sure your clothes them clean, there's a roof over your head and all that. So we grow up equating love with pain, right? The person that loves me, they hurt me as long as they show me some level of love, them still love me. And I'll take the hurt along the way because the love is good when the love is good. We grow up with that mindset. And then that you could put in the mix the amount of people that have been abused as in sexually abused, quote unquote, that one. Because I told you before, like you all know as well, traumatic, this causes a traumatic brain process. They will have to process this out, right? Some people go to promiscuity. Some people, I remember a female actually saying her dad did it to her and her brothers did it to her. So of course she got promiscuous. Y'all remember her? The one that bust out her whole family and even called her dad on the phone? She. She said dad did it to her, her brother did it to her. So of course at one time she got promiscuous because if them out take her body already, right? Then and this is not somebody who she wants to take her body. She has no control over the situation. She might as well go give her body to somebody who she actually wants to give her body to. So needless to say, she started out early and she became promiscuous. See, these things are real. And we can't dismiss all that and just reach at the place where we say, Chuck, a gunman she like, some gunman killer. It's a whole cycle. It's a whole process with different steps in it. How did she get here? You don't care. If you don't care enough about her to figure out how she got here, and you're just dismissing her as, I bet she grew up on good, from good family with everything. Nothing ever happened to her. Me know her family. You know people family outside. You don't know what going on in that household. There's a lot of people that get abused inside the household and then them fix up everybody and put them outside. That also is deeply rooted in Caribbean culture. Nobody outside must know what goes on inside of your house. If we are dead for hungry in here, we still wipe off the white squall off our mouth, put on little lotion or oil, and we go outside and stand up and look proud and brave like everybody else, right? If there's abuse going on in your house, you keep it inside the house. That kind of stuff. So we have to play into all the dynamics. We have to look into all the dynamics of it. For the sisters, you have to be able to recognize love. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo. Big up yourself, big
Morning,
up
my
yourself.
brother. Big up
Yeah,
yourself.
man. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. You see me, I say, me see the police, them go pick up the brother and save the girl life. But hear what me have to say now. I hope this serves as a deterrent to change the mindset of other women out there just like her. Because guess what? In the area where we live, right up the road, is a situation just like that what happened just the other day. Just like that, man come grab up out our house and the people in my holler and just fling her in a car and gone. So guess what? It's the mindset of these women that put them in those situations because she choose to be with him.
Yeah.
Even though it's not right. It's not right and I don't agree with it, but it comes down to mindset. So maybe this serves as a deterrent to change the mindset of other women out there that are in this situation. I just don't have to say, brother. You see me, I say?
All right. Big up yourself, fam. And thank you.
Yeah, man.
All right. All right. Listen. So, piggyback off that, the mindset. You have to know what love is first. Every day I'm telling us, I love yourself, and your self-love is the greatest love. People like, brush that off, it's cliche. No, it's very, very real. When you love yourself, when you truly love yourself, there's certain things you will not accept because it will not even be right with your spirit. You understand? Me love myself enough to know, say, me not take not even one lick. I don't want not even a finger mark scratch. So, and you cut my skin or wheel up my skin or anything like that. I don't want none of it. So you have to love me the way, in my mind, I'm supposed to be loved. See? Stop. And again, if you're coming from a traumatic experience in the background, growing up, you kind of get love twisted. You kind of get the views of what love is supposed to be twisted. It's just like them girl that would say, well, if him not beat me, then that means him not love me. And you think it's a joke, like a mad girl that, you know? No, it's her whole childhood. Everybody that loved her bust her ass. Everybody that loved her beat the daylight out of her growing up. So she's now arrived at the point where if the man what she with don't beat her, then him really don't love her. And there she is in an abusive relationship. She keep taking these beatings. Oh, this one is not so bad. This time him never bust up my eye. Next time him bust up my eye. Why that not so bad? Me go and heal and stay inside till me can put makeup on it and go back outside. But at least him never knock out my teeth them or nothing like that. You know, you keep on accepting and accepting and accepting these things because it's deep rooted. It's not just a sensible girl with a good background get up and say, you know, I want a man who just beat me up. Yeah, I want that. I want a gunslinger. A man where I got dead out a road in a shootout with police or probably kill other people for a living and these things. I want that's my dream for myself. That's what I want. It's not so. It's not so. I'm gonna care who tried to twist it that way. It is not so. If we really care about the problem and how to solve the problem, we're gonna have to look at all parts of the problem. You see? It wasn't me again, it was us because it was a subscriber. That's why I love my subscribers. It was a subscriber that sent it to me first. And when me see it, I said maybe they're shooting a part for a movie because I couldn't believe it that it was happening. And this idiot downstairs didn't know that the person upstairs was filming because she behind the camera and she talk, you know, and she's like, he's taking my sister, he's forcing her to leave and where she talk. I mean, I look on it and I said, this is a movie, but I'm gonna hold on to the clip anyways. When I text the person back that sent it to me, the person said, yes, SouFLo, this just happened. Shed some light upon this. I watched it again and I was like, this is a rotten kidnapping in broad daylight. This girl is getting taken from her family home in broad daylight, and the family is so scared of this individual. I wish somebody would come to my house and try. Listen, I'm shooting a rifle from that window upstairs where the thingy was, the camera was. You know, but the whole family is afraid. Then the voice note just had me like, oh damn, this is really real. When I heard the mother, this is a mother, you know, woman carry her picnic in her womb, mother, close mother, telling the other sister, the younger sister, take down the video. Kizzy, me want you take the video down now, and she said, me nah, take it down. Big up to Kizzy, man. Kizzy's actually on IG as Kizzy Don. She does music. So the part where her sister was saying, you're looking for clout. Look how much followers you get off of this. I even thought for 1 second, is this a scam or some kind of, you know, some promotion thing? How people do anything nowadays. But the more I looked into it, I was like, nah, this is very real. This girl ain't promoting no music. This just happens to be somebody that does music who is in this situation, and she really is trying to save her sister. Her sister really is in danger. She personally sent a message to me after her sister was brought home. She sent me the picture. I put it in the video, the last video. She sent me the picture. Here she is. She's with me. She's doing fine. She's still traumatized from the situation, and the police have the boy and all these things. But to hear a mom, to show you how powerless the people feel, to hear a mom say, take the video down, a video that could save your daughter's life. You're telling, take it down. You're telling your daughter to take the video down for trying to save her sister because mommy was scared. Because mommy here and say, this man have tall links from gunman friend and all these things, and they're over there talking about killing and burning the house down. That's exactly what was in it. Killing and burning the house down. So she was so afraid she didn't know what to do. Imagine living in an environment where you are so powerless as a citizen. May I show you how much power these females have in a place like Jamaica? So we really have to raise our voice. We really have to surround them, and we really have to advocate for their safety. Because right here in the US, if I ever get a video like that on anybody, that's one of the cases where that victim doesn't have to go to court anymore. She don't have to say anymore, I don't want to press no charges on him because we're good now. Remember we talked about that? The laws on the books need to be upgraded to something like this. Once you go ahead and do that, you're done. It's 25 plus for kidnapping here. And kidnapping here in the law is defined as moving somebody against their will within a certain amount of feet. If you pass that certain amount of feet, you kidnapped the person. You don't even have to leave the room, right? So make those laws like that on those books. Tired of the place where the laws don't even reflect the people that actually live there now, and they really ain't protecting nobody. They're really not protecting anybody. They're not there for their safety. So you hear a mom telling her child to take a video down that could save her child's life. The video had a clear view of what the car was. You know, you can't just go fling with your car, and it's his personal car, and it's an expensive car. It's a luxury car. It's an Audi. He's not going to just throw away the car. License plate number and everything is on it. Well, that shouldn't be too hard to track. We know how everybody get license plate. It's a government something, right? And they can track you with your address, who this is licensed to, blah, 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 and go find him. But to hear her say, take it down, I was like, no, don't take it down. Please don't take it down. I started saving all the pieces because I was like, Lord, shall I take it down? And then we really not going to be able to find this girl. I started sharing it everywhere. I send it out, I sent it to the Jamaica Constabulary Force and every branch that they have. I didn't even know they had so many. I went on Twitter. I found them. I found like them and 7 more branches or 8 more of them on Twitter. Go look. Just go to Twitter and type in Jamaica Constabulary Force, and you will see like 7 or 8 of them. I sent it to everyone because I didn't know which one to send it to. And I'm like, I'm going to keep on sending it. Y'all better respond. And it happened. And it happened. So big up to the sister for being brave enough. Because you know, sometimes you can't go against family. Mommy said, take it down, you take it down. Right? But this time she was like, no, no. So on another side, that sister, she never asked for no clout. She never chased. She never tried to promote no music. She never tried to do any of that. That's somebody who I think we need to support. Is a business she run, right? She wants to be an artist. She needs support. Go support her. She's somebody that's real. She's somebody that's going through it. And these are circumstances that can change people's lives. Remember the other day, somebody said, I would have left the neighborhood for the woman who lost the 3rd child out of her 5 children to violence in that same area. Her 8-year-old she found across the street from our house in Bushes. The child was sexually assaulted and hands bound and all that, and throat cut of an 8-year-old girl child. Her other child shot down, and then this one now, her 3rd one, her daughter. And I kept saying, no, from the first one happened, me gone. I'm leaving that place. Second one, I'm definitely leaving. I'm not sticking around. You got the 3rd one. I said, Mama, them a come kill the other 2 picnic way you have, right? So your 5 is going to be wiped out right there if you stay. And there were people in the comment section that said, SouFLo, sometimes people can't afford to move. People have to stay in them conditions because it costs money to move and all that. Okay, supporting someone's business, as long as they're not hurting people and degrading people, supporting someone's business usually helps in that way. Yeah, man, me make a little money off of the thing, so me can, you know, move and go somewhere else now, get a place somewhere else on the other side of the island or whatever the case may be. So go support her business. Kizzy Don, KIZZYDON on Instagram. All right. She deserves it. She deserves it. She stood up for her sister. But I am super proud of this audience for the people who actually was like, SouFLo, you see? All right. You who were active with me, super proud of you. It was easy for me to walk away from that video. I could have walked away because I dismissed it, caught up in my own world. I have my daughter with me over the weekend. I'm caught up in my own world, but something just wasn't right in my spirit. And you need to learn to be that way as well. Women, you need to learn to be that way as well, to discern. Just like how you are vet these men that you're dating. One day you're gonna start dating, and next week you're gonna move in together, and or you in some deep relationship and you're pregnant for him already and all these things. Them things they need to stop. Because you see where it goes. You see where it goes. So at the end of the day, Queenie B, a lot are in pain in our culture. Yeah, a lot of people are in pain in our culture for sure. A lot of these women are not just, oh, them like gunman. It's a whole setup around it. So let's stop dismissing that. Let's learn to recognize a victim and let's learn to not victimize a victim any further. Let's normalize that. Let's normalize recognizing when each other is in trouble. Sometimes you have a man sitting out there and that man is saying, which I think is exactly what happened in her case. Him said, going to the police. Want me to walk you through it? Watch. Going to the police station, you see now your sister release a video. Hey, girl, you kill the whole of them over there now. So you have to go make this right. And you could imagine her being scared and in his command. And she's like, oh God, how me I gonna make this right? How me I gonna make this right? Okay, I'm gonna try to get mommy to tell the sister to take down the video. Nope, that not working. Sister now take it down. She want you come back home. Okay, all right. Okay, let me tell you what. I'm gonna go to the police station and I'm gonna file a report against them. Okay, so that will take you out of them eyesight. Like you're not the guilty one, it's them making stuff up. To see her at the police station actually try to justify like this was a normal thing. You know, a normal thing, she said, a fight between couple. I was like, And the police not even said, because she's telling the police that my sister recorded it and put the video on social media. I, as a police officer, first thing I would have said was, okay, I want to see the video. Where on social media is it? Let me see it. Because you say a normal thing, right? But why would your family report you missing if it's just a normal thing? Let me see the video. Let me see if they're overreacting or because you're standing right here in front of me. And the boy I drive or go to the police station, so I'm outside in a car somewhere, right? Right there, he could have been taken in. Right there. Her lifespan got cut in half again when she made that report and then went back into the car with him. Because him could have said, yeah, so you done do that already. That means them are going to know, say, a lie your family I tell, so carry over your son. That's showing. Then she went further, made a video telling her sister, you've lost a sister for life and all this other stuff. I said, no, this sister don't just tell sister who are close, suddenly you've lost a sister for life for trying to save them. Anybody can see through that if you're paying attention to her. I am able to look at people's face and I can tell when that smile is fake, forced, or genuine. When people laugh and them laugh from in your soul and it feel good, it's a different kind of laugh than when you only laugh from right here, but in here is hurting. I was watching her eyes. I sat here and put this on the big screen and slowed that video down. Slowed the video down to 128 frame and I was watching it in slow motion. That's how I was able to catch his face. Because, you know, when she put the camera upon him act like, oh, like I didn't want to be on the camera, but I already caught his face. And then I was able to still frame the face and run it for a continuous period of time. So we have a solid picture of what he looks like. This is who we're looking for. Go pick him up. We're gonna have him car description, we're gonna have his license plate, we're gonna have him face. Look him up in the system. See the driver license, match this. Okay, it's him. Go and go find him quick before him kill her, right? You could tell she was in distress, but she was trying to like, it's forced. She'll laugh and then she went, the last look was like, then she went back to smiling because he was over here. She turned her head that way and came back like, it's like, save me. So I kept going with the videos. Yeah, man, we can save each other. We can help each other. I'm proud. I'm super, super, super proud. I thank each and every one of you who was a part of this. And for those of you who missed it and you weren't a part of this, you're still a part of this platform. And just be here to show up in numbers when we need it. You know what I'm saying? She was under duress. She was, even in the car, when she did that, his body language told me that he had a gun on him in the car with her while she was making that video. And it was forced again. So shout out to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. They jumped on it and they got it done quick, fast. And I appreciate that because, you know, a police response in Jamaica is kind of slow. More time, not what we're used to. Not what we're used to. I call somebody, if I call right now, they're here, like right now. You have pretty much 5 minutes to leave if you're going to run from them because they're coming. And when they're coming down the street, different direction, multiple cars, so on and so forth. So in Jamaica, it's kind of different. People were saying the sister should have fling with the camera and put on the damn phone and call the police. I'm like, no, man, you have to understand how the place set up. Me as a youth come from a place up in a Clarendon there. We call that up so around there, so we around a back of one part. Police call, you call police up in them places? Yeah, they'll be there tomorrow. Seriously, they'll be there tomorrow. I seen people get them head bust in a bad way there. And ain't no police showing up. Ain't no ambulance showing up. Not till the next day. So imagine that. You know, the response time to situations like these, I'm just glad that they took it up. And this is why I tell y'all, if I alone do it, I can't do it. Because I'll be that one email that came in that they skipped past. If the email comes in, one, me, you, somebody else, Shamar Jackson, Letitia Jackson, Jubu, Ingrid Jarrett, Shamar Jackson, Ken Prosper, Letitia Jackson, Paulette Pokes, keep going. They have to pay attention to it. When my phone rings and I get a message, me here, bling. Okay, look, it's a one bling. I ignore. But if my phone keep going, bring, 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 even everybody in the room is like, damn, your phone on fire. Check your phone. That's the power that holds. All right. So thank you again for being a part of this. I appreciate you to the fullest. And this is what it's all about. It makes me so proud. It makes me feel so good. Right? But we have to look into the dynamics. There's other people out there that we can save. Just keep your eye on things. You'll see more of this happening because it happens way more than you think. I'm telling you already. In some communities, when gunman say, I want your daughter, all the mommy them can't say nothing. I see woman dress her daughter and send her go down a Dan yard before. Because the Don requested her presence. And you as a mom have to dress up your daughter and send her go down there to him. Go be there and change your clothes and put on something nice and come go down and so and so. Imagine that. Imagine that. Which brings me to this now. I heard the Prime Minister speak yesterday shortly, and he said, just listen to the speech. Shout out to the Loop for this one. Anyone found with a gun should start with the death penalty. Don't get too happy yet.
Forgive the hyperbolic expression. But what I'm saying is there needs to be stiffer penalties for those people who import the weapon, who provide the weapons to the killers, who lock the weapons, who use them to intimidate people. There should be the harshest penalties for them. They should start at the highest level. They shouldn't get automatic, bargaining, plea bargaining. No. Those who perpetrate this should face the most severe consequence. Now, there is a view sometimes held that man have the gun to defend himself. And so sometimes people get light sentences because they are able to say, well, the gun is there for my defense. That must be rejected. We must have a movement to disarm Jamaica of illegal guns. And the only way that you should get any reduction in sentencing is if you tell us where the gun come from, how you get it, who sent it come.
Yeah.
And as you give us information, so you get a reduction in your sentence. That's what should be. So we are preparing a new firearms act.
They are preparing a new firearms act.
It would be that draconian. But we will do our best to send a signal that we will not tolerate illegal firearms in this country.
Shout out to the Loop for that one. Listen, man. Okay. For one, I've always said I support the death penalty, but not until they put other things in place. So I know for sure when I vote for somebody to be fried, that is the right person getting fried. So this big talk now about people should be, first of all, they're reviewing the Constitution, right? And they might make some amendments to it and so on and so forth, which is about time. They are also reviewing the gun laws and they're about to make some changes to it, which is about time because we've always said they have disarmed Jamaican citizens. The law-abiding, tax-paying citizens are disarmed. That is why the problem is there. Gunman, no. So you don't, more than likely, you don't have a gun. Because you're not somebody that walk around with illegal guns, right? And very few people have one, even though they're not supposed to have one. I said, boy, you know, so I live in a hell of an area. So although I don't want to break the law, FLA ain't giving me one. So I gotta protect myself and my life. Rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. So they carry a gun. They're not criminals, they don't go around. Only few people do that. The majority of the people either have licensed firearms, and you know who those are. And then you have those who have illegal guns. Criminals will always be criminals. When them wipe off every gun off of every citizen, criminals will still have guns. Here's my thing. He's talking about death penalty. Our poor people pick me on the one, kill off my friend. But the first one in the catch with gun. Now, mind you, I don't like it. I don't want them there. But let's make this all the way around right. You can't keep picking leaves off of the problem tree. The tree is only going to sprout more leaves. You have to go to the root of that tree there and root up that tree there from the ground. What does that mean? Who controls the wharf? Who controls the airspace? Those guns didn't just drop from mid-air straight into the country. They came in through a port somewhere, a hole somewhere. Somebody on the inside passed that big old AK-47 there with the long extended clip them to come through. It wasn't the ghetto youth that did it. So hang him rotted too, because he has the mind frame to pick those guns up and kill people. And I've said it before, if 1 million guns drop in the country with 1 million rounds of ammunition, if we in our mindset as a people say, them a drop gun now, well, if a gun that over there, so but here what? I don't believe in a killing my people, them not like that. I don't dishonor my ancestors, them way there. So them gun there can't do nothing for me. If we come to that mind frame, those guns would be useless. However, again, socioeconomic conditions, and you trap in to get the youth them in a certain way, and then you give them guns. Some youth don't have food on them table, but them have a gun that's worth enough that if they sell that gun at right value, they could feed the family for a whole month. The gun worth way more than anything around them. So let's talk about death penalty for everybody involved. But here's the thing. You will never catch any of those people that are on the higher level sending those guns in. You hear me? Until I start to see people in positions of power getting hauled away. Is which country? Is Korea? North Korea? I think it's North Korea, right? There's another one. It's, they're Asian, but they're controlled by US stuff. Philippines. Go look up the Philippines and look up how they tackled this problem. Bigger heads were being executed. They had the death penalty in place and they were swiftly getting to it. This wasn't no, oh, you're a elected official and you've been found guilty of gun running and this. And South Korea, you've been found guilty of gun running and this, so we're giving you the death penalty, but you'll be executed 10 years from now. No, a firing squad is right away. It's so they were able to weed out all these people that were in their government before that was destroying their country with bringing in guns and drugs and violence. You can't weed out everybody. It's still gonna happen. Wanting a crime-free society completely is a myth. It's a dream of a utopia. It's not gonna happen. But you can control it in a massive way when you start with the root of that tree, you root up that rotted tree and start chopping at them roots. Then you will see where everything else goes. Who's feeding the leaves and the limbs? The root. Root up the tree. And nobody come with this death penalty something and then you start draw with poor people picking go execute them and put them on death penalty charges, and they have to tell you this could go both ways. This is counterintelligence right here. Watch this. The youth that they grab, right? They will ask that youth to snitch. Tell us where you get the gun from. Tell us who's supplying y'all with the gun. All the youth are going to do is lead them to our next ghetto youth. The next ghetto youth might or might not talk. Him going to lead them to our next ghetto youth. See? Silky get it from Jimmy, and Jimmy sell it to Big Boss, and Big Boss sell it to Roundface, and Roundface sell it to, and I saw it end up with me. They still don't know who the hell got that gun into the country. They still don't know who got that. So they're still on death penalty charges and can't really do nothing but give up our next ghetto youth. So pay attention to that. Good in theory, yes. But we see the plot. No. We see the plot. So when you start to talk about any you see, if him did say last night on that speech, if he had said persons who work in certain areas that are charged with the responsibility of making sure that these things do not come into the country, those people will be placed on death penalty charges. When we start there, then we can talk. Because who better to know where it's coming from, or who a better idea? The street youth don't know nothing. He have a gun. He might lock a strap. The man who made the deal for it to go through and pinpointed the person who was going to do it at the wharf or at the airport or when it pull up on a boat late at night through our waterways. Those people can tell you where it come from, who them met deal with. May I pay you this much? How much gonna come this way? All right, you let your guys on the ground do this. We coordinate that. And them people that you need to find. Those are the people that need death penalty. And I bet you say you see a drastic slow up of guns flooding the area and gun crimes. Now, we have thousands and thousands of illegal guns in the country already. Already. So even if they were to stop completely, lock off everywhere, no gun can come in. We're sure Jamaica is sealed off by air, land, and sea. We still have more than enough guns there already. So this gone way bad already. This gone way bad already. Right? How do we tackle that? I see people saying we have a gun buyback program. That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. Man, now give up them gun in a place where 1,300 and something, 1,400 and something, 1,500 and something, 1,600 and something people are killed in one 12-month period. I ain't giving up my gun. You can't buy this gun back from me. It will save my life. Plus, I can't afford food already, so me good. Tell the FLA next to fix up, because there's no reason why a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen should not be able to arm themselves and be active in protecting their own life and the life of their family members and friends and so on and so forth. No reason why. This is what a free world looks like. Gunman have gun, me have gun too. Gunman I train, I'm training too. I even said Jamaica need to have ranges. So the FLA loosens up the laws so they're not so biased anymore. Because if you live a certain address or come out a certain area, you can't get a gun. Hey, right here in the US, it's not like that. You could come from the most dilapidated squatters project in the city. You can still go get your firearm legally and have your firearm to protect yourself. You can still go to a range, because there are multiple ranges in every city, and go learn how to fire it. There are instructors inside of these ranges. So you never had a gun before, you're a lady, you live in these messed up areas. Okay, you were born into these conditions. As you get older, how do you protect yourself? Listen, I can't afford to move up out of here yet, but I can afford to learn how to protect myself. But get me a gun. You go sign up and you get your gun. I'm going to learn how to use this gun. You go to the range and you schedule an appointment with an instructor, and it don't cost much. It actually costs pennies. Sign up, and they would properly teach you your weapon, how to break it down, how to put it back together, how to use it safely, all that other stuff. So now you feel empowered because you know this thing. You bust enough rounds out tight. You know how to steady your aim. You know you're not gonna miss more than likely. This is empowering the people to defend themselves. We already know that Jamaica short staff when it comes to law enforcement officers. I really didn't know that. I thought we had enough to go around the island, and we don't. We are severely undermanned when it comes to boots on the ground, police out there working. And then if you look at Jamaica and you see the terrain, yo, I go to Westmoreland, you see, I see a youth ride up a bike in Yang Yang up in a place, one hill. He just disappeared off the road. On regular road, you know, zoom and gone up. And I'm like, I'm looking in the hill in the bushes. I'm like, what did him go? So if that was a gunman right there, so him just shoot up a car right here, so he just disappeared off the map. Cause I couldn't figure out like where and how. So police can't protect everybody. The people have to be empowered to protect themselves. So while he's talking about death penalty, let's make sure you're talking about those people who are in positions of power, not somebody can get a youth to get the gun last. When you're talking about death penalty, make sure you're also talking to the FLA about the rules that they have on their books right now, which basically disarms the law-abiding tax-paying Jamaican citizen. In the United States of America, I can carry my gun pretty much anywhere, right? Even on an airplane. And I keep on studying these laws, and I keep watching the videos, and I keep doing my research to make sure I'm in the right at all times. All these things we should be able to do. It would be nice to land in Jamaica and have my firearm meet me there already, and then check it back out when I'm leaving, right? All these things need to change. You don't see the amount of people, and the caller that called Friday that said that this is a real number. There are more Jamaicans living outside of Jamaica than there are living inside of Jamaica at this point. That's why every which part you go, you find with. We have neighborhoods, not neighborhoods, but communities set up in every country I've been to. I was surprised. I'm over in Germany, thinking Germany of all places. Let me find reggae club, let me find cricket club, football club, and place where man just hang out, men and women with their children and everybody set up tent, hang out, jerk chicken, curry goat, cook this and that, introducing the locals to our flavor and everything. Because we are proud people, that's how Jamaicans are. But we outnumber the 2 point something million that live in Jamaica, outside of Jamaica. So imagine if all of us were never afraid to go home. Imagine if all of us had the ease, like, my God, if I don't get too stressful, I buy a ticket and I don't need nothing else because I've been investing back home. So I don't have to pack a whole bunch of stuff and do a whole lot of organizing. Same way I have a home here with everything in it, same way I have a home there with everything in it. McCut. Eventually, we'll bring in our expertise, all of the stuff that we've learned throughout our travels across the earth, and we'll bring it right back home, and we'll empower more people to elevate. See? That death penalty is something that it's too frivolous. Somebody said in here just now in the comment section that they wrote that last night. It looked like it. It looked like it. And I would like for them to address it. See, they don't want to talk to me. I reach out and they don't want to talk to me. I don't know why. I want to go on a panel and I want to air it out so everybody can see. We know where the problem is. We know where the problem is. You just pretending that you're blind. Maybe because either it benefits you or because your friends are caught up in this, or you get some kind of kickback somewhere, or you owe loyalty to somebody that you can't roll over on. We know where the problem is, though. So let's go directly to the problem, man, and stop these decades of running around and beating around the bush and nothing solved. And 10 years later, we still counting over 1,000 bodies dropping at the 11th month of the year. 10 years from now. You know how much people that? Take out your little calculator and do a maths. 1,000 Jamaicans, just at 1,000, because some year we had 1,600 and something, some was 1,400 and something, 1,300 and something. Let's just round it off to 1,000. 1,000 dead every year for 10 years straight. Do you know how many people that is? Murdered, gun, killed. And we're supposed to go through this for more decades. More decades. It's sad. It's sad. And they can fix it. They just don't want to fix it for whatever the hell the reason is. They don't want to fix it. Just like how I can say to you right now, fix up the FLA first. We don't need some ranges in Jamaica. Start build range. You have people there that are qualified that can instruct the citizens how to break the gun down, how to put it back together, how to keep it safe. Look out for the boy them where we kill you for your gun, because that's another thing in Jamaica. They will literally kill you to take your firearm off you. So you look out for all that. Teach them how to carry conceal. Teach them how to behave with it. Study the laws so they're protected. Know when to use it and how to carry conceal. You know, if you carry your gun and it a bulge out, so everybody say, yeah, I have a gun on him, if you know, because you want people to know you have a gun. All these things. It's just like the cameras, right? And I said we need to like come together, mobilize the people in the community, put up cameras on every house, whatever. And then boom, one of my subscribers again sent it to me. SouFLo, you see this? Headline in Jamaica, man killed execution style in the middle of the street because bad man tell him to take the camera off of the house, dog. And him said, no, take it down, you know. And the camera was pointed out to the street that he lives on. And they just shot him in his head because he wouldn't take the camera down. Okay, we don't run. We cannot let his life go in vain. You can't be that scared and say you want to save your own life. Things are going to happen. We have to brave up, right? But be smart. I'm not telling you to run out like how, what name that? The Mobia pastor did tell the church, the police over said, put on this cloak because it will stop bullets and go out there and attack and fight. I'm not telling you to do that, but we can be smart and move smarter. There are cameras out there that you can put up, high def cameras that nobody can see them. They don't have to know that your house has a camera on it or multiple cameras, you know? So these kind of things is what I'm talking about. We have to go back to the drawing board. Okay, we can't use them big camera there, you know, see them seat. Big movie camera the man put up on the front of the house. He tried and he wanted safety, but nobody should die for that. How about you just move your illegal activities off of my street? I have a family here. I'm trying to raise a family. I'm not telling police on you. I'm not telling police say, yes, you are the one. I'm out of your business. I just don't want it round your sucker. When your gunshot them start to fly, my kids might be outside playing and bullets don't twist and turn and choose. I'm gonna go around him, but I might hit him right here. And if some bullet go, them kill the man. Back to the drawing board we go. Know what I mean? You can't let them overpower you. You just have to wise up. That person who they're saying they get to you, them must deserve death penalty. That's where we start, and then they hear the prime minister. That's where we start. That's where, and then we bargain from there. If you can give us information to who is sending these guns in, then we start to talk about reducing time and a more lenient sentence. All they're gonna do, listen to me, counterintelligence. All they're gonna do is use those youths to figure out, to weed out, first of all the ones who will tell, and then to use them also to find out where the loopholes are. And then they'll close up those loopholes so nobody can snitch again. And it leads back to the bigger people. That's all. It's not going to solve the problem. The guns are still going to come in. They're just going to be, okay, we have to tighten up. Because, you know, so the boy get catch the other day and got tell said, Haiti come from, and the boat come in pan the water, but him didn't tell them exactly where it come in pan the water. So what we have to do now is change location to our next location and make sure the next person that we deal with don't have no knowledge of that part right there. Blah blah blah. They'll just tighten up their loopholes and they will keep the thing going. enough money in the arms dealing, you know. I don't know if you know this or not. Guns and drugs. I was watching a documentary, and he said we're so misled because we think God is a supreme being to these people, and what God is to them is gold, oil, drugs. That's God. Gold, oil, and drugs. There's a lot of money in that. Gold, oil, drugs, or golden guns, oil, and drugs. So anytime you start talking against that, you're under threat, your damn self. So me, Paro, because I'm encouraging the people to save themselves, but at the same time, I understand the dynamics of it, that somebody is looking at me like, yeah, I might take food out of a plate. You, yeah, so and so. So it gets serious out here. It gets serious out here. Put together a new church. Kevin done rise already. I'm put together a new church. I got a video coming, an update. I'll post it today. Some update about him, the Kevin Smith Monday, and his funeral coming up and all these things. So I'm gonna post that video as well today. But yeah, people, here we are this morning. It's 10 minutes past the hour. I'm gonna end it. I got a lot going on today, right? Today is a happy day for me because tomorrow gonna be a happier day for me. All that, but y'all will see eventually. I'm gonna have to tell out everything. I mean, if it stops as well, semantics. But it needs to clean out the politicians who are give the youths them gun to and give them the death penalty to. Yes, that's what I talk about. When I start to see them getting handcuffed, taken away, tried, and convicted, then I will say, okay, now we're onto something. Now we're working. But until that happens, just like in the Klansman gang trial, testify. I bet you nobody don't call a big name. You want to bet? I bet money nobody calls a big name. And they already said police was involved, soldier was involved. Them have police and soldier upon them team. That tells me this runs deep. I bet you money they won't call a big name. You know why? Because the big man, they already know the big man or the big men already make it straight for them. Say, listen, you say any old man name come up in this, you roll on the head and roll. So you as gang leader make sure my name not come up in this. And then the gang leader, in the military, we say shit rolls downhill. Right? So when me up at top, tell him, he's the only one that know me. If my name come up in this, your head and your family head are roll. Remember that. All right. Him start deal with every soldier under him, crab it. Because he don't want the man up top to be exposed. Even if we gotta do life in prison, we can't call him name. Because the whole of our family wipe out. Right? I don't know why it's not ringing. Live on the air with SouFLo.
Big up yourself, SouFLo. Figuratively speaking about these corrupt politicians, right? Let's say one of these politicians down here get convicted. What prison are they going to house them? Are they going to put them with these regular murderers and thieves that they host directly? They don't have anywhere to house them. It's not like they have a federal prison like in overseas. You understand? All right. That's just one point. The second point is Ruel Reid. How come they get this man 150, 180 US thousand?
No.
$23 million, and then keep up so much money.
Yeah, 23 point something $million is what he walked away with. We do a video on it last night, but since the video is already out there, yeah, and that's how the system is set up though. And I've seen people trying to justify the logistics of it to me and the ins and outs. I don't want to know none of that. You're awaiting trial for fraud.
Let me cut you. Do you know something that is called diplomatic immunity?
Yes.
That is what politicians in Jamaica have. They are immune to be convicted because if they are convicted, where are they going to host them, SouFLo? There isn't a federal penitentiary down here, so that's why them just get swept under the rug, give them a money and make them go on where them go. Because they don't know where to host them.
Our Royal Reid, no holy secret to them. These people always have a get out of free card. You don't operate to a high level without a get out of free.
Where would you host a politician that you convict in court? Where you going to put him, SouFLo?
No, in a prison. with the rest of prisoner them. And that should be the deterrent.
Them man, you have to go kill him now.
Then not that.
Come on. High society, Jamaican people, you are going to put in them the prison there? Oh, God.
Then, brother, we are going to pamper guilty people now. Criminal now.
No,
that should be the deterrent. No, you're not saying that. I'm just saying that should be the deterrent. If I am a politician and I know that they will fling me in at the same dirty prison where we have all them other people here going, I would stay far from any wrongdoing because they don't have no federal nothing there. So we can't just keep on letting them go. We have to fling them in the tub.
But just like you say, these guys, they grow up together. It's a sorority, you know, because we know, say, you know about them life there, sorority life. So
fraternity life,
brother, drop down. You understand? It's like they're all a part of a sorority kind of like. You understand?
Right.
Yeah. So them now go. Even if they're dead wrong, they're still going to find a way to sweep it under the rug, give them my money, and they will go with separate ways. You understand? Because me, I read up on the rural situation. He was the one who keep up the money from the educational board and things. In a couple of years now, this case going on from in 2018, 19, you know.
Right, from 2018.
And then give the man 23 million. That is about 150,000 US.
23 million while he's waiting trial for fraud. He was able to walk away with that much in settlement. So even if him found guilty, him not enough time.
Would that happen in America?
Hell no.
All right then.
Hell no.
So it just goes to show you. It just goes to show the level of corruption.
Right. Absolutely right, my friend. All right, my brother.
So, yeah, man. I just don't really want to touch fun. Big up yourself and my daddy are tuning. You see me?
All right. Thank you.
Big up.
Yeah. Death penalty, yes. For all the right people, yes. But let's not just start doing that and singling out. Because I know what they're going to do. I know my family, but it is my people, which I treat like my family. I know what they're going to do. I know what they're going to do with that something there about death penalty if you're caught with a gun. Unless you can lead us to how the guns are coming in and who is supplying who. That means that every person with a gun that didn't come through the FLA is a potential snitch. Because most people snitch once you get them locked in that little room. And once you start talk heavy charges, death penalty, man, you got people telling on, they will implicate all them mother when them poor mother don't have nothing to do with nothing. So you got to be careful how you throw that one around, right? But they're supposed to be working on an overhaul for these rules they have on the books. Let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes. I'm all for empowering the Jamaican citizen. Everybody needs to have a gun. And I know Jamaica has been a place where it has been beat. You see, like in the US, guns is culture, especially in the South. Your gun is a part of the culture. In Jamaica, gun equals evil. So if you're not a law enforcement official, a soldier or police that's carrying a gun, then you equal evil. So in the mind of the average person, oh, him carry a gunman, I mean, evil stuff, all that. Here, nobody cares if you carry a gun. Why? Because they carry one too. You see what I'm saying? And it's all legal. It makes people think. I see a lot of people say, nah, Jamaican people head too hot. They're going to use the gun and shoot when they're not supposed to shoot. Husband and wife get in an argument, him run, go for him gun, shoot him wife, kill her, vice versa. These kind of things. Two brothers argue over something that they could solve later. One brother pull out him gun, shoot the next one. These things are going to happen. But then you have consequences for that. And you make the consequences in a way that a legal gun holder look at their gun, and that's the last thought on their mind. It's like me carrying a gun. I do everything in my power to sidestep any kind of drama, any kind of disagreement, any kind of anything, because I know I have it on me. And I know what is going to come out of it. Am I forced to pull it and use it? So I sidestep everything. It's called responsibility. Thank you, DMAC. And for those who cannot be responsible, then you have severe punishments for them because they're just like criminals. But trust me, the average Jamaican citizen don't want to just shoot up nobody. They're not trying to go through all that paperwork, pay for them stuff, and maintain their licensing just so they can frivolously go shoot somebody. If that's the case, they would have gotten an illegal gun and been using that, because you can't trace it back to me once we clean it up and dash it away. Empower the people. Empower the people. Some people are afraid. A lot of them are afraid. Even the people you are trying to help. No, son, me no want no gun. Me no, hands off guns. Okay. Well, Miss Mavis' grandson, we are run up and turn over the place there. Him have a couple gun. You see how much time he run through your yard? In your house, him soon run go. Talk about, I don't want no gun. Hands off guns. Hands off guns, and you live in a place where when you hit 911 or 119 for we in Jamaica, all know them can't reach. This a man can literally stay there and saw off your burglar bars before police reaching up. Stay there, saw off the burglar bars, and go in there and go do what you want to do with you and leave. And police still wouldn't reach the scene yet. And you call, oh my God, my life is in danger. They're breaking it right now. Please come, hurry up. If my alarm in this house tripped the wrong way, it goes straight to the police station. They hear in no time. I get one voice message that says, are you something? Oh, it says reset. Reset. You have 30 seconds to reset. If you do not reset, the police will be notified. Vehicles will be dispatched. That's what my alarm says. The other day, I come in here bussing and forgot that I had set the house alarm, right? And then I hear this, boom, reset. Reset. You have to, and I'm running around because I can't remember the damn code for the thing to lock it off. And when I finally found it, like the last second after I hurry up and put it in, alarm disarmed. They don't have those luxuries. And I know if my alarm goes off and it gets sent to the police station in no time, it'll be units around my house. I don't want the police them come out for no reason. Oh, because you tripped the alarm and forgot that you said it. But they don't have those luxuries. There was that sister that was telling us, WWE Wellness, that was telling us about guardsmen and that kind of stuff. So Jamaican people have to pay extra for them own security. And if you can't afford this guardsman and this security and that security extra, you're a tax-paying, law-abiding citizen. Your security is police and soldier. No guardsman. I'm not trying to box food out a guardsman's mouth. They are very well needed on the island, them and others like them. But I should be able to depend on police and soldier, because that me pay my taxes for. But yet still they can't defend me when it comes down to the nitty-gritty of things. So please fix up the laws on the books so law-abiding tax-paying citizens can own their firearm. Have places out there where they can train to use them. A lot of the people are afraid of a gun because they feel like the gun doesn't go off by itself and shoot them. You know, it's spooky. Trust me, it's spooky for a lot of them. They really think like a gun can turn itself toward them and just shoot or something like that. You have to desensitize them in that manner. Make them get used to a gun. Have them know the value of having one. Me not wait for no gunman come shoot me down. I'm not waiting for no gunman to come shoot me down. I'm not even trying to defend myself because I can't. I can't fling a knife after you. I'm not trying to stab you while you shooting gunshots at me. And machete now gonna help me. Can't fling rocks to him, so how am I gonna defend myself? Just stand up there and take gunshot. Left at the mercy of gunmen. There is a article that I want you to read, which I'm going to share with you right now. It's called Disarming Jamaica. Just Google Disarming Jamaica. Somebody took the time to do all the research and compile all this information. And it brought us back to a time when the normal citizens in Jamaica did have guns. There was a time in our history when they did have guns. A politics gone. Man, they have their rifle and used to go a bush, go hunt with it and all these things. And you see Chief Curry up a compound, the maroon them. Don't you notice the rifle that they and them couldn't say nothing, right? He's on a certain land. in whatever place and have him gun, and it worked out to be all legal. Pump action, shotgun. We had guns before. Somebody woke up one day with the bright idea, get all the guns, and what they ended up doing was disarming normal law-abiding tax-paying citizens, took away all the guns and made laws that made it hard for them to arm themselves to protect themselves. Those laws don't apply to criminals because criminals live outside the law. So what ended up happening was criminals ended up with guns and the citizens ended up at their mercy. Don't have enough police to corral the place. People are at the mercy of gunman. You own gun, you can defend yourself immediately. You may not have seconds to live. Yeah, at least you have a fighting chance. At least you have a fighting chance. As we wake up, I'm going to read through some of them comments here and elaborate a little bit or answer back. Start from here, so. All right. Good morning. Live on the air with SouFLo.
Hi, good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning.
So Jamaica needs opportunity. We are the job. Why everybody needs to go to other countries to work?
For livable wages, right?
Yeah, that's the main reason why.
Yeah.
It's for work. Where are the jobs? We leave school, we have so much subjects, where are the jobs?
Right.
What's next?
But
most of my friends I went to school with all graduated in PhD. What's next after that?
no caption needed. I appreciate you. Yes. Yeah. But do you think it's because they can't find jobs while they're picking up guns though, or do you think it's because
what else is there to do? The girls get pregnant and then the guys start smoking weed, they start hanging out, people start offering them stuff. It's just what it is. It's like it's set up that way.
Yeah, by design.
Yeah, it's from the get-go, it's set up that way.
But you know, I get it. I get it. I'm always into entrepreneurship though, and I'm always into finding a way even when there is no way.
Yeah, but entrepreneurship, you need money to start, so you need anyway you take it, you're gonna need money to start.
All right, let me show you something real quick. So there's a lady she's on a piece of road there in Clarendon. And every time I go home, I see her, right? Whatever the fruits and vegetables are that are in season, she have that outer road. Okay, so when you pass her spot, you can get a piece of roast yam with some saltfish or something. But she started out by cleaning up ackee. And we literally have trees that nobody business with that's just loaded with ackee. So when people like me pass through, I don't want to go have to clean up ackee and all that. I buy a big bag of ackee from her fresh, and I'm taking that back to the States with me. These kind of things what I'm talking about.
Creating right now, right here, that's creating more hustle than a job. People need to go to work to get a sense of responsibility, to work with teams, to learn how to be responsible. Like, you have to reach to work at time. You have duties that you need to get done. Those are all purpose for work.
Right.
Work is not just to make money.
Yeah, but that's entrepreneurship is work. She went from picking ackee and cleaning up ackee to having a whole stand. Now you can get ackee and saltfish with roast yam, and it's a whole thing she built on the side of the road. It's like a small takeout restaurant then.
Right.
Right, and nobody gave her that. She started out by just picking the ackees that nobody else wanted to pick and bagging them up, and people, on a busy road.
I'm from Kingston. Okay, let me tell you. Okay. I'm from Kingston. Okay, that here happens. First of all, if you go certain places with that, they're going to tell you to pack it up.
Yeah, when I was in Kingston,
that's just it. They're going to tell you to pack it up.
Right. I saw it in Portmore. I see them out in the streets. I actually bought a big thing of mango and them overcharged me, but I didn't care because I was just happy they were out there hustling,
Yeah.
And I see them with the ackee and the fruits and vegetables just the same. You to go out there, then peel pineapple, cut them up, put them in a bag, keep them on ice for you in traffic. That's a snack for you, a healthy snack, and these kind of things. Those aren't things that can sustain them though and give them a, I wouldn't say we're not looking for wealthy rich, but not even a decent lifestyle. See?
Yeah.
So you do have a point.
Yeah,
However,
there's a
but what do we do in the
difference.
meantime? What do we do in the meantime?
Well, I'm just solely blaming the government for everything because they're the ones who are supposed to provide stuff for the citizens. You know, they're the ones who are supposed to put things in place to make us livable, to make it livable.
Right.
We don't have that. You can go to the government for no help whatsoever, regardless of anything what can happen. There is no place that you can go to get assistance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I had children going to school here. I just get up, I get them ready and send them to school. They get breakfast, they get lunch, they ride the school bus for free.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what is he giving us? What is the government offering to the citizens in Jamaica? Nothing. Children supposed to be riding the bus for free. All students going to school just hop on the bus.
Just like how we have it here, right?
Right, that's crazy. Like, why are we going around all of this when there is nothing in place for the people?
One of the biggest problems is this, though, the people. Because the people, for some reason, will not hold these people accountable.
Right, we can be pointing finger on each other when there is nothing in place for us.
Right.
It's like there's nothing else for us to do. You leave school when you look, okay, out of 8, 9 of us that used to be friends, 6 of us get pregnant. That's bad. It's like we're creating a cycle. You can't get a job without being like having experience when we're just coming from school. Make it just be a fact that you're a Jamaican citizen. You should be able to work. Why are you asking us for CSCs to work? Train us for a week, 2 days, and then we are doing the good job good. We get the job.
Yeah, I see somebody say education is key, but education is expensive and it's not affordable by everyone. There's a lot of people who can't afford it.
There's a lot of persons who is educated who are not working. So it's not the
too.
key. It's the opportunity that's the key.
That too.
It's not that we're not educated, because all of us that graduated all have 5 6s or more.
Right.
But we still end up getting pregnant and being on the street. Yeah, after we go to school, we do catering, we do sewing, we do engineering, because I went to a technical school. But we still couldn't get a job.
So come out of school highly educated and no opportunities. That's frustration.
Yes, we need something else to do. We need things to do.
That's
not
frustration.
Sit around.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I talk about this with my cousin that graduated from UA as well. 23 years old, had a bachelor's degree, and it was like, boom, stop right there. And he had to contemplate going back to school and see if he can go for a master's, because at the bachelor's level, it was people want to hire you, but you must have 2 years experience on the job and all these kind of things. And even him got fought. They was fighting him out of what he went to school for. There was no entry level anything for him.
Some basic jobs, you can just train people. You need to go get a job at KFC or Tasty.
Right.
You don't need to ask me for 760 maths and English.
Right.
You come, you teach me how to use the cash register, how to, deep fry, just simple, those are basics.
Right.
You don't need to ask me for an age of qualifications to do that job.
True.
Yeah, we need to change those stuff.
No, the job thing look dangerous to me, because you have all these companies, right, that are sitting outside that are saying, okay, job they want, job they'll get. And then they overrun the country with all these fast food restaurants and all these things. And everybody is on it because it's going to pay. It's a job.
Yeah, and they don't say, Also, for if you see you want to do something, you can just go into a store and buy the things them to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I started my own business here, and I just went in the store and bought the stuff I needed to do, and then I started.
Right.
Where do you go to? There's no one store in Jamaica where you go into to get all the stuff you need.
Like a Walmart supercenter or something.
Right.
Right.
Say you want to start dressmaking, so you can go into Walmart, you can buy the material, the sewing, the thread, the needle, the machine. Like those stuff are accessible.
Yeah.
And the government put those stuff in place, not people.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, you need to do something for people then. The government, roads, okay, the road is one thing, that's a good thing because, without roads, you can't travel. You need travel fitments and all that. But what else is after that? Where is the opportunity? Everybody's trying to leave to go to work, and when Jamaicans go to work, they work 2 or 3 jobs. They consider us as good workers.
Right. You're absolutely right. I just feel like the people feel like they're powerless, so they don't act like an empowered people. That's one of the biggest problem right there. If I'm a politician, right, and I can get away with swindling all the money that I'm supposed to use for my constituency to fix roads and set up training programs for the youths that are coming out of school and all these other things. If I'm that guy and I can get away with it, and that's how I am, and I'm getting away with it year after year, and you're still gonna vote me back in anyways, I don't have an incentive to do my best for you. Nobody is saying, listen, you either do this, here's a list of things you need to do, and if you're not able to fulfill this, accountability. You will no longer be governing anything around here. We'll vote you out and get somebody else. But it seems like we have this worship your politician complex mentality also. And I've seen it over and over. Them cuss the same politician 4 years straight until election time. It's the same people back in the same colors again, ready to get their finger ready and vote for the same person again.
That is what I can tell you now, right there. That's what they offer them money because I'm a ghetto girl. That's where I was born.
Same.
Things are hardcore. I've seen it first, and they do come down. They offer the MPs. They want to offer money and the guns to intimidate people to vote. I see the companies saying that, government, they stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually intimidate people to vote.
Right.
So that's why you see everything come up the floor. Most of the time it's
not because they want to, it's because gunmen are pushing them out.
No, right. I've seen it.
Crazy.
Yes.
Well,
it's probably now that they killed up all the dons, or they try to arrest all the dons. The little ones that are, they can control them. That's what's happening.
Well, we're in a quagmire. This dragon has too many heads. You still there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Well, thank you.
All
right. Bless up here.
Yeah, man.
All right. Boy. Okay, so this is what I'm saying, right? Morning, you're live on the air with SouFLo.
Good morning, SouFLo. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. We always talk about what we can do, and I'm actively thinking. You have the people that are in India, right? Sometimes you go, you want to get your website done, you end up talking to somebody in India. This is something that we can do. A lot of us have a little business, a little thing that we're trying. We go to Fiverr. We need to find a way, how can we connect to young people, young university grads who just graduated. They know how to build websites. They know how to do social media. And before, honestly, for myself, I was going to go to Fiverr. I'm actually going to actively connect with a family member and find out how can I connect with young grads. She's a teacher who need work. who need and have the skills to build a website, to do social media content. I'm actively going to do it. I suggest that we all try to do it. And if there's someone who can, I don't know if we can come together or someone can think that, hey, all we need is a hub. And this is how we can actively help our people. As you talk about what kind of jobs are there for young people when they graduate, we can do our part to create the jobs. A lot of us have different type of tasks that we need done virtually. Rather than connecting with somebody in India and feeding an Indian family, we can feed a Jamaican family using the same model that they use for the Indian folks.
Right. See, and this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is entrepreneurship, though.
Absolutely.
Right. And this is exactly what I was trying to say. Like, okay, we get the point that government ain't going to do whatever. They haven't been for the longest. So what are we going to do in the meantime?
Yes.
All right. And this is a
doable
solution.
And I'm going to reach out to you again and let you know what I figure out so we all can start to replicate this thing. This is how we can take action. I'm sick and tired of Jamaica being in the condition that it's in. As I think I've called before and I said, the world, when they think of Jamaica, so many lost opportunities, even with the ganja, the lost opportunities that have just been washed down. And sometimes through your history and through your struggle and through your culture, God gives you a gift. And Jamaica has been given a gift. That brand, Jamaica has fed many families in Jamaica and in the United States and in Canada and the UK. Anywhere you go, nobody know any other Caribbean food. They know Jamaican food. If it's ganja, if it's Russian ganja, Oklahoma ganja, and Jamaican ganja, they're going to go for that. We have something special and we're not tapping into it. And if you don't, we're going to lose it. So we have to take action now. I'm going to call back again with measurable metrics of what I find and let every family know.
Awesomeness. Thank you.
Take care.
I look forward to hearing from you again. Here?
Indeed.
All right. Yeah, man. Wow. See what I'm saying, though? We have to save us because government ain't saving us. So we have to save us. And there are ways. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. This is Shelly.
Morning, Shelly. How you doing?
I'm good. This is a great topic. I agree with a lot of things that you're saying and also the last caller. I think what a lot of us do as a people, like Black people, we would sit all day and complain about what the system is doing. And a lot of times we contribute to the situation that we're in, right? The previous caller, before the last one that called, is like these young girls are out there getting pregnant and so forth, but they're having sex and there are contraceptions and they're not doing that. They're not using it. You understand? And the grown men is not teaching the younger men not to spread their quote unquote seed all around to different women. That's not being taught, right? Because what's being taught is to be a goddess and a player and how much women you have and how to be a gunman and so forth. So these are the things that we contribute to, just like the conversation you had about women saying a gunman shawans and the dance hall singers talking about killing each other and stuff. These are what we do. You understand? You can't blame a system if you're a part of it. You're doing the exact same thing that you're complaining about. You understand? I don't get it. But we would sit here and complain every day about a system, but the system is not telling you to put your genitals in this woman and get pregnant, or you don't have a sustainable income, but you have 5 pickaninnies. Like, really?
You make sense. So that's where we talk about the responsibility of the citizen themselves, individual responsibility, don't it? Yeah. So some people,
it starts with us.
It's such a delicate topic because it's 2 sides to it. On one side, you're like, yeah, government aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's a given. We see it. On the other side, though, it is what can we do to make us better? Because you can't depend on government for everything, for one. And for two, in the time that they're not doing anything, do we just sit around and complain year after year after year? Or we kick it into another gear and say, listen, let's put our heads together, like that sister that just called with that bright idea. Let's put our heads together and make a way. There's always a way.
There is.
There's always a way.
And another thing real quick. A lot of these people, you see, a bad man is a bad man. You try to reason with a bad man and say, hey, you know what is missing is job opportunities. A lot of these people don't care.
They don't want no
They
job.
don't want to go out there and work. You understand? Where I live in the United States of America. You understand what I'm saying? There was so many opportunities here. Maybe more than Jamaica, and I understand it because Jamaica is an island.
Way more than
But
Jamaica.
if I'm living here in a first world country, and there's people out here robbing just for say they want to rob you, and they hustling, and there are so many opportunities, schools you can go, certificates you can go to, and you still have people out there committing crimes, you can't reason with a bad man. You understand? If a man come in there and say he said that he gonna violate you or he do what, you can't say, hold on.
And talk him out of it.
Yeah, let me find you another opportunity. He ain't trying to, the hell are you talking about?
Instead of rob me, let me fill out this, help you fill out this job application.
Yeah, give him an application. You don't stop.
Yeah, that's why I say realistic solution.
Please.
Not some of it, yes. Yeah.
Anyway, SouFlo. Have a great day.
Big up yourself. Thank you.
You too.
Yeah. So when the gunman come right here, I'm gonna say, wait a minute. They're hiring down at so and so. Let me help you fill out the application. And yeah, it ain't about that. And sometimes, man, not sometimes, but all the time, it's not always about government. It's about us as well as a people. We already know that enough of the people, their mind frame gone in a whole different direction, and some of them really don't want no work. Some people are discouraged to work because the wages. In other words, they're gonna ride you till you're wet and then hang you out to dry for pennies on a dollar. And you're slaving yourself out and barely making it, or not even making it at all. You know, it's a very defeating feeling to bust your ass and really work, and then the pay can't meet the bills, you know? Live on the air with SouFlo, good morning.
Hi, good morning, SouFlo. I agree with some of the callers and the point that they made. So, opportunities in Jamaica, but it's not advertised. For example, I have a sister that goes to school. The school pays for her fee, and she can go and park and get free lunch.
Wait. I need you to be clear because you're giving out good information now. This is how we pass along valuable information. So you make sure your phone clear. You break up on me.
Yeah,
you said your sister
goes to school, right?
Goes to school.
My mom doesn't have money like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she went to the school, and they paid for her CXC subject. And she actually got on part program where she could get lunch to go to school. And it goes further where they put her in youth service programs. And some of these programs are done by people who are living abroad, where I help develop the country, right? When I was younger, my house burned down.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have any money or anything. The school gave me free lunch. I got a coming party in the morning. Me and other kids that don't have no money. I'm gonna get my lunch, and they gave me the school uniform and books because everything be burned down. So certain opportunities are there, they just don't advertise it. Like for example, Jamaica have school for handicapped kids, but you don't hear about that. Yeah, if you're young girl, you get pregnant.
Jamaica have schools for handicapped kids, you said, right?
Yes, and to teach the blind. There's a school in Arbitrary to teach the blind.
Okay, we have schools. We have schools, my friend, but what happened after the schools? That's what a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah, but
what happened after the school?
All right, that's the point I'm trying to make. There are certain jobs, but the problem with that is the whole link thing. You know, you have to have links a certain way. And let's just be real. It's the same thing like over here. If you graduate school and you have a certain subject, you have to go on a delivery job or work in a retail store. Or same thing as Jamaica.
No,
You have to
sir.
go
No,
to
sir.
Igla or
Not over here.
you're going to see our waiting there, do certain low level job. And you still can't afford your rent over here.
Not over here. Not over here. Hear me. Over here. These are the type of things that I want to, like, if I could just pick them up and transfer them to Jamaica. Not over here. Over here, I choose what I wanted to do. I went to school for it. I graduated school. I went out and got a job in the field that I went to school for, and it was as smooth as 1, 2, 3. The hardest part was actually finishing up school. That's it. But
I completely agree with you with that part.
yeah, but in Jamaica, it's not like that.
You can't get that.
In Jamaica, it's not like that.
Yeah, I agree with you with that, right? Because Jamaica whole system is based around tourism. You can't get job in the tourism easily, but certain career paths, like you can't get it. I agree with you on that part, right? But sometimes we the citizens to blame. You have people over here foreign want to start business in Jamaica. So fine, say you have niece or nephew at Jamaica. We're bad for building car and most of the car. But you know the money over there, so yo, let me open my business with you. Instead of them go open the business with you and build up the country, I have 2 more people and develop a different career field to young people. Then teach money and run down.
So that's our mindset then.
Yeah.
Our mindset then.
Listen, my grandmother at 14 years old, she got pregnant. At 23, she has 6 kidneys. And an iglass, figure you should do. And build a big house, own 2 boats, have grocery shop. No regular uptown citizen who work in a bank and them something. Not money like she creates her own opportunity for herself. Sometimes I think no one do it.
True.
And then you do over here, you look for business and look for certain things with them Jamaica. They teach the money I got.
True, and that is.
Start themselves, they run a wall, they can't take you for you give them all the time. Serve them for blame. And then no one build up the place, and then the next thing you have crime. You want to go back home, go build up the place, this is my Bible opportunity. As they go there, so money to extort you or harass you.
I have to run back again.
You can't depend on the government for everything. And you have people who come back to Jamaica and do good things. Right now, Westmoreland has built up one hospital, a rural part of Westmoreland, and hospital in it. The come back and build a whole hospital. People then start blaming the government that engraving on the head too much. And then everybody wants them to come find opportunity, right? Because they must you got engraved in your mind to do that instead of standing in your head build it up. You and I standing in your head build it up. The people from Europe are come to Jamaica. You know, Jamaica full of Chinese and this Indian attract everything and I build it up. What the hell never find opportunity there, but you can't find it.
Yeah, there's dynamics to that too though. There's dynamics to that too. I was actually on a brother named Shaka Bars yesterday, and he did down everybody who left their country of birth, and he must say you guys are hypocrites and sellouts because instead of staying there and building the place up, you left. In your mind, overseas was better and had more opportunities. Well, here what? Me no want ever come off like that because this thing has multiple heads. So the people that you see coming in, there are things that are put in place by our government to make sure that they flourish. Not only that, those people, the Indian them you see are coming in and the Chinese and them, they have pooled their resources together and they are coming in with money. So that attracts our government to them to say, okay, I'm going to invest in the country, I'm have so and so, write these things into law so they get this big tax break and that break, which isn't available to the normal citizen. First of all, we're not even having.
We can do that too. We don't complain about some things like that.
We can do that if we unite.
Exactly, but instead we do that, we back to what the gang member where them just shoot. I know the man are not good for the country and Black Road in.
Or like you said, we thief out the money and run away.
Yes, Dominican Republic. right? Because a lot of people in America, Dominican Republic, they are foreign. You know, Dominican Republic, they make the money and sit back at them yard.
Yeah, man.
Them look at some India know them come here. Them send them money back at India and build up
Of course.
hospitals and stuff there. We can't do that. Let's send money to a yard to help start and something. Them rob you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put something else and build up a local house. Then take a picture of somebody else's house and send them to you. Take all of your money. Stop being the government. Like the government will get rid of them. We are doing to themselves.
Big up yourself.
Things they can get rid of Jamaica without paying no, they don't have no license, no fee, no this and that. The opportunity there.
Big up yourself. A true man. A true.
Anyways, listen, I'm so
bless up here, family. Talk truth though. Cause here what? I've said this before, right? I said the Chinese people that we keep on talking about, oh, China took over this, China took over that, we could actually learn from them. Because one thing they understand is economic empowerment. Haven't I said that multiple times? It takes unity, though, to do that, to move like that. Watch this. All right, let me take this call. I'm sorry, you got to call back. I have to say this before I forget. I was in Brooklyn, New York, and I got to find out that every rotted building in a certain section of New York was owned by a certain group of people. Right? A certain group of people, you know who them people is, or you can guess who it is. See? Kufe on top. All right. When it came time, I remember one of them was selling one of his buildings. And I know this guy, a black man that's an investor that wanted to buy the building. The man went up to almost doubling the price of the building for his offer because he really wanted the building and he have the money to do that. And the man, Kufe on top, says nope. In propagate for free to one of his own. So until we unite and understand economic empowerment and how important it is to keep your money within your community, we can't band together and put no money together and build nothing and start nothing. Like she just said, one way I got thief the money and run with. Somebody else I got say the money I get enough and start plan how to kill somebody else for it and all these other things. And so it comes back to us. And it comes back to us being punished because of our disunity. Because we can't unite, we can't access our real power. And until we can unite, we will be just the way we are, scattered like friggin' corn grains in the wind and talking from all different angles about the same thing with no solution. So that's what I got there for week. Gone like Royal. Yo, listen up. Our power is in our unity. But we can't do nothing. We can't move mountains. We will watch others move mountains. And I'm telling you, watch and see why they're able to move those. I sit back and watch everybody, you know. So I wonder why that group of people flex like that. And how come they're able to amass so much wealth and garner so much respect from people who I know those people don't like them. But them have to go on like them and respect them as a community. How the hell they get to that? One thing they all have in common is they are united, really united. Live on air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yo, SouFLo.
What going, brother?
Man. Yo, hear this, brother. We have to change what we think about how we live in Jamaica. Because it's more on the youth than more. It's a slavery thing. They always want to work for somebody else. You see me? We have always took to do a lot of different stuff. Even in America, what man don't realize how much spice is on them in the car. You see me? And I used to do a punch and I said, can't find nothing for do.
Me not really.
You hear me?
Yeah, but me not. It's a slavery thing if you always want to work for somebody else. Me not really sit down on it.
No, listen me. Listen me. Most of the youth them want to dress up and in front of work for people. One of the days we receive nothing much. You see what? All of them and the company them out.
Darling Walter Raleigh, thank you and have a wonderful day. My brother, you're gone underwater. Me can't hear you now. The conversation will break up.
Hold on. I'm going to take it off a speaker.
Yeah, you're loud and clear now.
Yeah, me I say.
Ah, that's all.
The opportunity in Jamaica is fast, brother. We have the mind where we create a business. It must keep them.
Oh, John, yeah, break up again. Yeah, break up again. I'm gone on the water again. I really want to hear what he's saying.
Yeah, you hear me again?
Yeah, you're clear now, but then as you talk, you're going back under the water again. You move around or something?
Yeah, kind of, but me stop now.
All right, all right.
Just that. Voila.
Turn up in a one place, no, man. Yeah, you're good to go, right, that's all.
All right, may I say, there is a lot of opportunity in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
The youth them just have to start tapping and them brain power, isn't it? Because the youth them skip to, when the youth them come in America, the youth them do some great things. You understand? So may I say, any of the youth them in the lower ranks of society, don't tap into them enough time. More say, mentor, everything down there. Some simple little things. Even art and craft. Even the blood of some art and craft.
Like the brother with cranberry water, don't.
Eh?
Like the brother with the cranberry water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know about the advertising thing. You understand? When that imply, I get the more people as the potential to make money. But everybody now walk up dress up a money and look like Europe and that's how them feel like the work. So,
A routine.
We have so many parties in produce and them things that you can feel around to start take no security practice. We are pretty much but who are at the amount of people we need next to. And when the country is there, them not have no work and anything there. You see me? We understand something to you can go to work, And everybody has a it, but the majority are youth in Jamaica. Should that get either start a YouTube channel, start farming, start create something, design some little Jamaican gifts and things because people will buy them. A million visitors come to Jamaica most years. Over a million. Understand? Maybe not reach people, but people still come back there and live people in the you understand? And I still the rich man I provide them with a lot of them stuff there. You understand?
Same.
So the youth them have no vision. You see what I say? Any of the youth them have vision.
Them lacking vision then, yeah, sir.
Eh?
Yeah, so the youth them a lack vision.
Them lack vision. And we need the leaders them a community to kind of just the leaders of the country. Oh no. They have leaders of them out and you have the leaders of the community. You understand what I say? So the leaders them in the community, if them despise government so much, lead your community then. You might not have certain report now, but you have a little more broad perspective and a little bit. So if you show them okay, structure them organization, them can make it. You understand? Even a family like that. And nothing come up here and they see them ask the person.
Call a gun back under the water again, don't? We feel you're on vacation. I assume you have some I talk to you, you drop the phone in the water. So.
Yeah, here again.
Yeah, me here again. Yeah, here again.
No, may I show you say, all right. Let's see our culture, our youth and this and that. We're going to so people culture.
You're gone underwater again, my brother.
You know, I hear me.
Wrap it up for me. Wrap it up for me. Leave with a
Yeah.
message.
Yeah, me I say, the youth them are Jamaica. Them say, look on track record, man. That's what it is. And some things are create meaningful business and wealth out of what's right there in Jamaica right beside it. They need to look at themselves, look at them up, and try to think well. Let them have the result. Bless up yourself, bro.
Manners and respect, my brother. Why him have a valuable point. Me can't argue with that. But we've talked about that too, don't? Can't argue with that. Just like I was trying to tell the lady before that me see somebody start by picking Aki, cause Aki did that everywhere. Like the people them in this part, they didn't care about no Aki because there was so many Aki trees around. You know what she gets up and say? Well, opportunity limited, let me see what I can do for myself. All right. Build a little board stall right out there so nobody about her. And she set up. And she got pick Aki, have a bunch of Aki, clean them, bag them up. You don't have to worry about clean up and bag up your Aki when you go by her. Your Aki already clean and bag, right? And she went from that to roast yam with it. And then saltfish. So you roast yam and salt. Now you get breakfast. I see a whole restaurant in development right there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, so I always listen to your program still, and I have a lot of feedback because the topic we are talking about, it comes back down to the government, eh? They lay the groundwork so the citizen can really act upon it.
Right.
As you were saying earlier on, there's a lot of people live overseas who want to invest back in Jamaica. But the government makes it too hard for us to do that. And that's why the Indian and the Chinese, because we always say, all them get to do it. And I say, come back to the government because they lay the groundwork for them and they make it harder for
the citizens.
Yes. Because, they make you run a little cook shop or a little barber shop, which, it's time to local Jamaica people go beyond cook shop and barber shop there.
Yeah.
And when you try to go in at it like the upper tier, it's so difficult. There's so many hoops you have to jump through, and once them realize that, well, it's just another local man living abroad, them just even try to make it harder.
Right.
If you live abroad and you have a friend, say, an Italian friend, and you say, okay, the 10 million US go invest it in Jamaica to me. It gets too easy.
Quick.
Everything gets easy for you. If you try to do that, lots of roadblock.
Yeah. That's facts.
So So that's one of the things that people have to look for, and the government needs to, try to make local people invest, who try to invest in the country a little more easier. Give us a little more break,
More incentives.
And I say a lot of people understand that small business will drive your economy. So them does not focus on all of the big company them up there. So, and them not really focus on small business.
Right.
And small business are the strength of the economy. When small business is strong, your economy is strong.
Facts.
Yeah.
So give the people, give the local citizens more of an incentive then, to be able to make these things happen. Not so?
Right. So, and the point is, like even when you look at the returning resident policy, you only can get a concession if you decide, say, well, okay, we're done with America, I'm pack up and go home now. That's the only way you can get a concession. And most times, in the position to do that, and you can't wait till the end, so you want to stay so still and do something the same way, but you need a little break, They don't really make it easy. So you can dare the same way and not go and run a thing or the same way. They don't make it easy that way. So that's the problem. That's one of the problems. They don't really give the people in the diaspora the opportunity to invest back. Some of them make overseas. Is it all or nothing for them? And it not really work that way because some people not ready to make that move there.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point, brother. Good point.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Respect.
All right. All right, watch this. You see the brother that called before, we talk about the youth them lacking vision. Let me give you a perfect example. So I go to Jamaica, right? And I'm always looking around. I just saw me still. May I look around to see how people can better themselves and how I could probably play a part. Because honestly speaking, to a lot of you, a like a 500 US can be life changing to some people, because they have the initiative, intuition, everything locked in, but the little finance for start is not there. So I'm looking around for say like who for life me can help change and this and that. One thing me notice is this. All right, me drive through say let's do Holland Bamboo for example. I'm going through Holland Bamboo. I see 10 stall from beginning to end. Right, watch this. Stall number 1 have jelly coconut. Stall number 2 have jelly coconut. Stall number 3 have jelly coconut. Stall number 4 have jelly coconut. Stall number 5 have jelly coconut. So I say, and then when you pull up, everybody run from each stall towards you with the same thing. If I get up, if I jelly coconut, buy my thing, come on, man, my thing better, my thing. And I'm like, so nobody nah sit down out there so and say, make me run a stove. Make me run a coal stove. Right in the Holland Bamboo, they jerk some chicken right there, so make it real spicy. When me come through and stop and eat that, I'm gonna need some water, some coconut water. Now you have coconut water next door. I can get my food from you, I can get my drinks from you. Get other things that complement the things that the person next to you is selling. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like, are they not thinking beyond? Because I hear them complain. And then I say, well, if me tell you, say, one lady actually said, well, if me tell you, say, me sit down a whole day sometime and not even get one sale. I said to myself, I didn't say it to her, I said to myself, me would I believe you? Because the whole lot of sit down next to each other and sell the same thing. When people pass them can buy the same thing 7 times, 10 times, is one person alone who can support. So diversify what it is y'all are selling in here. So if we can get my apples from you, boom, we get some jelly coconut from you, we get something else from you. You know, just simple stuff like that. So the caller that called in before, when the brother said they are lacking vision, he is absolutely right. It literally makes my mouth wide open to look. Come here, me a drive, me a set to wife, he said, don't tell me. The next one have the same thing. Rotted, they have it. All right, so you see one down there, so I bet they have the same thing. Rotted. Yo, we don't even feel like stopping there anymore. Because we don't want to be attacked by 7 people that carry the same thing. Come the man, spend the money over here, so to the man, the rain don't fall upon rain fall upon everybody all stop to, brother. That means a man have to eat a food to, I'm like, me know what, me not come here for no parables, and you sound kind of threatening right now. If I was a little tourist coming through me, I feel threatened. But true, I have to come from and I know the language and how we communicate. I don't feel too threatened by you, but I see frustration on you. Because it's a next car gone you. And now they're looking at the only person where I get the sales them. Bad mind. Can't turn that girl there, you know. She couldn't even give me one I sale them. 17 she sells since 17 people buy from she since morning. And not even one sale me not get. I think the girl would have sit down and make somebody come buy from me. No. And then animosity start build up between them. Lacking vision for real, for real. Like blouse and skirt. Me see a man out there sell when they sell roast breadfruit. I mean I say, okay, I would have got pitch up my thing right next to him. And I can't saltfish I do it out there so. Or jerk chicken or something where I go complement the roast breadfruit. That's why I always send people back to border. The border there between St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, border with the food place there. When you go there, go all the way down to the end, and there are 2 ladies there. The same day I drove through Holland Bamboo and I said that to wifey, why them in here sell the same thing, sit down next to each other, them lacking vision, them don't know what to do. When we reach at border, I saw exactly that happening. I'm gonna say, yes, I like this. Matter of fact, I'm my favorite spot to go now. So anytime I go, me not care where on the island I'm at, me have to drive that's up because there's a lady there who get up early and make her bammy, you know, bammy no come like how you think, you know. When we have to grate out cassava and all these things and then them put in a cloth and she make her bammy them from scratch, the bammy them fresh, the bammy bring back childhood memories. And guess what? Right next to her, working out of the same little place. And they have a place there where you could sit and eat. The same, the lady next to her, fry fish. Fish them fresh fish, doosh, in the hot aisle. And the bammy, the first time I buy food from them too then. She ran out first with the fish. And I see the lady I come at me, I said, Jesus Christ, this woman I come now from buy fish from she too. Like you can only buy from one person. And she said, no, bammy me have. We work together. She do the fish, I do the bammy. Me say, yes, give me the whole light. Take your whole light. I was so like, this is what we're supposed to be seeing. So I always tell people about them, not even know where I card there. I should be keeping her card on me at all times and just promoting the hell out of her business because them two ladies there, they are exactly the vision that I'm talking about. Right next to your brother or your sister, sell something that complements what they're selling. You would be surprised because we can get everything that's in a one place. When we go get me bammy, we have to drive away and say, I hope I can find some fish, you know, to go with the bammy here. It's right there, getting cooked right in front of me. And the bammy them, she have some of them soft, and then she have some of them were already done. And man, you know if you got experience this for yourself. Trust me, because when the bammy fresh, you see, when the fish fresh, them experience that the first time I bought from them, I actually pull up in our corner. Cause me I drive and me break off piece, and I was like, no man. We pull up in our car now, wife she start laugh. She was like, y'all gonna eat it now. Me say, yes, right now. Matter of fact, go back around and go buy more. But we done this first. We were actually driving to Portmore from Westmoreland. That trip. So lacking vision, yes. Always away, yes. Can't sit around and depend on government. No, you can't. And you might go to school and come out of school and full up of education. Don't sit there and start crush out weed in your car and miggle and whole day. The brother was said earlier about working for other people. I kind of understand, but at the same time, if I start a business, I want people to come work for me. The thing is, I would care about my people enough to make their wages livable. That right there. But everybody can't be a business owner. That's like saying everybody could be a chief, but there are no Indians. Everybody can be the commander, but there are no foot soldiers. Everybody is the manager of the store, but there are no workers. You know what I'm saying? So working for others is not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing at all if the wages are livable. That's Jamaica's biggest problem. All the opportunity they're pointing to, the wages are not livable. When I found out how much some people were getting paid per week, I thought Shakira was joking. And I said, stop your foolishness. Like them all paying that to, I swear to God. I said, stop your foolishness. Like them all pay somebody that to work all week. She was like, no, babe, me serious. And that, look it up. I'm gonna go look it up to her, and I was like, oh my God. Them actually really pay somebody $50 for one whole week of work. $60-$70 for a whole week of work. And then we sit back and encourage these people like they're supposed to be happy with that. You wouldn't be happy with that. You wouldn't be happy with that. So are they sometimes it's the slavery work and some people don't mind do the slavery work if I can actually see my way through with it. But when you really make me feel like I'm in slavery, become a slave out myself. And at the end of the week, I have nothing. All my money went back to transportation, whether I had to buy gas, maintain my car, or take public transportation and feed myself on a daily basis. And all I can afford, I want hot patty or I want cup soup. And still can't pay my bills. That's frustrating. That's frustrating as hell. Live on the air with SouFLo.
Yo, SouFLo, brother.
Yes,
Let me cut you, but you know, you just said them pay the people in Jamaica pay a week of work.
Yeah.
50 US.
Yeah.
No, me no. SouFLo, me's a ganja man. Me smoke more than an 8, which is 3.5, which is $50 a day in weed.
See it there. So you
And
can.
I'm pay that for work for $50. That's slave business I want to Jamaica, brother. Me smoke an 8 every day. And that's more than $50. Just to smoke, brother. And people are work for the week for that.
You have to understand the level of frustration a man must feel to do that. Because you say, me nah take up no badness, me nah go the wrong way. And the way how them walk them out, you see, them don't even have time to get a second job. And so it's not like here in the US where you can say, okay, boom, I'm gonna work my way up real quick. So I'm gonna go high, I'm gonna go work at McDonald's during the daytime, and I'm gonna work at Wendy's during the nighttime. They don't have no problem with it. Enough people here do it. In my own city, see, I drive, go around 7-Eleven, and I go put gas in the vehicle and them thing there. And I see the same girl behind the counter that me see at Walmart stocking boxes on the shelf behind the counter. So I say, you work everywhere, huh? She said, nah, 7-Eleven is my nighttime job and this right here is my daytime job. And she has see her way through. The way them walk them out on the long hours for the job, they not even have time to go get the next job. So you're using all your energy and then they pay you this thing. Not literally nothing.
Yeah,
so you have to understand the frustration. Yeah. So that's something that when the people them start ball for wage increase and all that, and you hear people, our own people, are talking about move on, go. Enough of them know I work anyway and whatever. No man, you have to look into it, man, because you wouldn't feel good to do that either. Most of we would have said, Fred, that me still on me yard.
Say that when you pay somebody that low, it discourages them to get up every day for the work.
Yes. And you have to see
and
that.
Then, hold on. Me not cut you. And then now the younger generation seeing that say, me not go work for nobody because police system pay them so them go straight to the badness. The conveyor belt continues.
All a part of the system put in place, my friend. Not true?
Yeah, and they need to change them old laws or what them have. These owls in parliament, because parliament is a group of owls. They're sitting in their suits and ties, but they don't know what they're doing.
Facts.
Go back to the gun law. Me no cutting on one strap for the subject. You did say back in the days, gun laws weren't so stringent. So why did they take away the right to bear arms from the citizens of Jamaica? Them no know say disarm them, disarm the citizens. Now the criminals have the advantage.
And it was all under politics.
It's by design, brother.
Yes.
It's by design.
Yep. And we have to skillfully navigate this.
Yes.
True, fam.
Hypocritical system, brother, but what can we do to stop it? Nothing. Because them are grease them pocket. Check this. They get a budget, right? Every independent or every country or island get a budget for schools, hospital, roads and way. One to pay one. How come our one always under the deficit and people are paying taxes? Working class people are paying taxes. Because under the quiet, them have greased them pockets with the money, greased them pockets, so there's never any finances to fix up the infrastructure of Jamaica. Joe Biden just passed the infrastructure bill, didn't he, of $1.75 trillion? And it takes them almost 2 months to pass the bill. But them pass it because infrastructure is important. Don't SouFLo.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
Definitely. Big up yourself, fam.
One to two one of Jamaica. It's pathetic. Now hold on. It goes back to the independence. That's why they didn't want the Queen checks and balancing them. So them fight the independence from the Queen. So them can turn Jamaica into this. Think about it.
Yeah. You're on point.
Independence for Jamaica is a scam. It's not real. It would be more beneficial, and people, SouFLo, we even see people in the comment section, diss me up. the most way, and I talk about Ray and them don't know the situation, it would have been more beneficial for Jamaica to stay under England's rule.
Yeah,
Let me tell you that because the Queen would be responsible to fix the infrastructure, to pay away in pounds and to do everything to it. Independently, Jamaica has neither the educated people there or the resources or the capital. Bauxite, which is our number one resource, is being controlled by the Russians, the Chinese, and the Americans. Bauxite is the founding format for aluminum. Everything has aluminum, and we are rich with bauxite down here. How come we not control it? It got from Kaiser in the 80s, no Kaiser gone and everybody else control it. So we now make no money off of our own resources, just like in South Africa. With the gold and the diamond, it come from South Africa. But Africans not benefiting from that. Corruption. But these educated politicians that we have, they're sitting there and acting like they don't see this, but they see. Because if me and you, SouFlo, can talk on your platform and discuss this, how come them can't do it and fix it? They can't do it and they not do it.
Them not do it because them no want to do it.
Right.
You're on point. You said it all.
Big up yourself,
Big
not
up
my
yourself,
pioneer, because there is no pioneer.
No pioneer. Big up yourself, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all heard it, man. He said it. No, I seen somebody on Rising Phoenix. Good morning and thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. Rising Phoenix says use your job money to start your business and support your business with your job money until your business takes off. All right, that's good to say when you have livable wages. That's the thing. When you have livable wages, you can do that. If you don't have livable wages and you're working, your time is being consumed already by that, and then the money ain't enough to even pay the bills to sustain your lifestyle, you don't have no extra money to go finance a business on the side until business grows and anything like that. They paid, may I tell you, when Shakira said to me that this was how much they get paid per week, I said, you joking? Stop your foolishness. And she was like, no, babe, I'm serious. Look it up. I'll never forget. The way how me feel after she said that. I think I gave the lady comedy said, whoever is cleaning this place that we're staying at, because we had a cottage, and I said, whoever is cleaning this cottage, the cottage crispy clean every day. So I let off a nice sum of money upon this lady here. See? And she was like, you know, so you give her about 3 weeks a pay just now. Wow. Live on the air with SouFlo, good morning.
Yo, SouFlo, what one?
My dad, enough I'm wanting.
My dad.
I swear,
man. Some water, but the food is thirsty.
Talk about it now.
Yo, there's a lot of resources that Jamaica have. Natural stuff. Sea moss. You know how much sea moss is. You know, crystals. I mean, these are stones you could just, if you know what you're doing, walk around Jamaica and sell on the internet. I think we need to use the internet
to reach out to the global world.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's the time we're living in now, and a lot of people are slow to catching on.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of people are slow to catching on. Remember a few years ago, you know, I started to tell people that, yo, this YouTube thing is gonna really take off, and it's a business, and we can show you how to get in on it and build your channel until YouTube starts calling you to partner with you, which is what happened to us. See? But the people was cussing me. Oh, so money I do it for. Yeah, man, I know so that boy is not genuine enough. Always money the agenda, and then look now. Now they're trying to get it on the late end of something that took off and been taken off. You know.
Well, it's not too late.
It's not late. You're on the latter end though. If you're jumping in now.
Right, I understand.
Right. But it ain't too late.
Yeah, but there's a lot of natural stuff. I don't know why we're not getting all these fruits and making juices, and why we're importing stuff from like Trinidad and all these other places.
Stuff that we have.
Water.
Stuff that we have already.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
when I heard that Jamaica was importing chicken back, I wanted to bury my head in the sand like an ostrich.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But from a farmer standpoint, you know, I think if you can't feed yourself as a nation, I think it's a problem, because God forbid something serious really happen, and then what's going to happen to the people?
Be dependent on food aid from foreign countries.
Right. I think food security is very important.
Shout out to the one that told us about Roger Clark. Reminded us of Roger Clark. Roger Clark was the one that said Jamaica needs to eat what it grows and grow what it eats.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and then we can export from that.
That'll come from longer than that still, but we're not going to get into the political arena.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I dibble and dabble, but yeah, me neither.
You know. But yeah, man, they need to use technology at their advantage, because you know the world is at our fingertip at this point.
Yes, man, it's true. But again, like the other caller said, if they're lacking vision, boy, they're not gonna see it. They're not gonna see these opportunities. Some people can't see beyond right where they're at. And even when you try to show them, just like you just said, right? Water in abundance, but the fool is thirsty. Real talk, fam.
Crab in a barrel mentality, we need to stop it. Like you said, you know, can't have, you know, everybody trying to do the same thing.
Right.
That makes no sense.
Right.
So, you know, a lot of times things are going on, and I'm still at one, and I don't know if, you know, we will ever change.
Looks like it, but we can individually better ourselves, you know? Can't save everybody, but I'm sure we can save one or two. And the one or two is worth it because it's a life. Not true?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
All right. Manners and respect, fam. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Blessed.
Blessed. All right. We're going to take one more call for the morning, and then that will be it. Every day government said they love the poor. We need to stop listening to that. We've been hearing the same thing for too long, and we've been giving them that power for too long. Don't worry about if government love you or not. Just know that they don't. And whatever they do will always be in the interest of them and their cronies, and that's it. You need to understand that and then get past that. Poor people shouldn't pay tax. How can a government say that they love people and tax minimum wage? Tax minimum wage, that kind of minimum wage. Nothing was there to tax. Nothing was there to tax. I see somebody say, so what about the people, the boy them don't want to go work? Well, we just don't focus on them, right? We already know if them don't want to go work, them are going to turn criminal. Watch how me tie everything back in. You don't want to go work, you're most likely going to turn criminal. You turn criminal, I have a licensed firearm. I protect myself. In the meantime, I'm linking with people, like-minded individuals, to pool our resources together to build sustainable businesses. Then we can create jobs and opportunities for our own, by our own. No government grant and loans needed. We're not waiting on no handout or nothing like that. In hindsight, or in theory, looking at it, the plan is clear. To achieve it is a whole other story. Because now we are dealing with people again, and our disunity and disloyalty to each other is a big factor. Our crab in a barrel mentality is a big factor. Imagine you start a business, right? And you start the really well. The first car you buy out of that business, the next people then when you start the business with start look on you different. Next thing you know, man, I set you up to get robbed and all this stuff. I remember my cousin telling me, he said, cuz, y'all come down here, come start a business, make sure you know what you're doing. Because extortion is a big thing down here. And a lot of the times it don't even have to do with the gunman. It has to do with whoever sees you as a competition. I said, okay, if people see me as a competition, that's their business. I honestly wanted a restaurant and bar slash hostel in a certain area in Jamaica. Him said, listen to me. You don't know nobody around there, and they're not only gonna try to shut you down by giving bad vibes, they will make sure that nobody comes to your business. Either them commit a murder in your business or they scare you off by the tactics that they do or whatever they do. So I started to look at it like, damn, we really are our own downfall. We really are our own downfall. And our biggest obstacle is us. Yeah. There's a lot going on in this talk this morning. There's a lot of valuable information being shared in this talk this morning. And you can take away from this something. Notice how many people start talking about the internet. The internet. Most of we have the internet. I told people before, I said, if you're walking around with one of these, you're walking around with a whole computer on you. And this will run the world right now. There's people hitting a lick on this. Financing ritzy lifestyle of this. You got to put your mind to it. Right? Sit down and come up with a plan, put your mind to it and execute. It's doable. It's doable. With that said, I'm going to start a give program, and I would like to give away some toothpaste, toothbrush, and other things. Brother, you know, think nobody really are dead for toothpaste and toothbrush still. And that are the least. But somebody might need it if you're giving it. I me control my life now. I make no government run my brain. I make my choices to create wealth. Shamar Jackson. I'm right with you. I'm right with you. Here, Master. Our aim is to uplift each other. Right? Our aim is to uplift each other. I want to see us 10 years from now. I don't want to have this kind of conversation. God bless me, and I live long enough. 10 years from now, I don't want to be having this kind of conversation. I want to be at a different place with this conversation 10 years from now. So we look back and we're like, wow, and look at the journey, and we actually did impact in a certain way and make certain changes fall into place and blah, blah. That's where I'm hoping to be. But the reality is, 20 years ago, them that thought the same thing. 10 years ago, we were talking the same thing. Here we are presently talking the same thing. And I'm afraid that 10 years from now, it'll be the same thing. That's disheartening. That's disheartening. May I leave that one here right after this morning? All right. Kitty number 2 says people need to stop comparing wages abroad and a yard. Our economic cost of living, etc., are different. From state in the US is different. But the state with the high wages also have high cost of living. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. However, we compare in a sense that my brother will work flipping burgers. He can actually pay his own bills for a nice little place to live in a secured community where gunshot in the bus every day, and him have health insurance, so he can go get himself check up at the doctor and all these things. So we compare it in that way. The wages are low, but that's scraping by, you can still make it. The wages low in Jamaica, scraping by, not even scraping don't work. Morning, thank you for calling in. I appreciate you.
Morning, SouFLoTV family.
Good morning, fam. How you doing?
I'm okay. I have the day off, so I get time to enjoy the live.
All right, you will be my last call for today.
Listen, we need to love each other. The root of this problem is the love for each other. We need to start businesses because we need money to bring about the changes in our community.
Yes.
We need to start with our home. Teach our boys to be men. Teach our girls to be women. And fathers, the first love your girl child have is you. You teach them how to love a man. You teach them in the house as a mother and a father about economics.
Yeah.
How to save, how not to buy the name brands, how to build themselves up. It starts in the home. You cannot expect the government to give you something that you do not teach in the house. And as for the government, we put them there. We had Trump. We didn't like Trump. 4 years was up, Trump is out.
Right.
Why do we continue to vote the same type of people into government in Jamaica? Why? And then we turn around and blame them for the problems of the poor. But we vote them in. We vote them in.
Yes. Vote them in and then don't hold them accountable and
Exactly.
complain all year and then vote them in
All
again.
year.
That's one of the biggest things.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah. It's one of the biggest things that they keep doing, that we keep vote them in, complain all their tenure, and then at the end of it, when they're to be reelected, vote them in again. And forget that we complained the whole time they were in. I don't know.
We're easily brought and sold psychologically.
With a very short.
We need to stop this cycle. We need to make a difference in our own lives. We cannot expect anyone else to come and change our community, change our home, change our families, change our islands. We have the power to do that. Why are we going and buy from the Chinese man, the Indian man, and not support our own people? We will drive by our own people's store. I'm not buying from her because she had a new addition on she house. But you go to the China man who don't even keep the money in your island.
You hear what you just said? You hear what you just said? You hear what you just said?
Okay.
When drive past our and say, "Me not buy from our
Yes.
She just put on the next addition on our house." That is real as it gets
No, that's real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we envy each other, but the man who don't even like you, don't even want you to live beside him, will supply your food to you, and you will pay him to send his money back, or your money back to his country to build up his country and educate his children. And then he brings 10 more of them to your country. After they got the Ivy League education off of your money, to come back and build more stores and businesses in your island and take more of your money. You are responsible for you. If you go and support your neighbor, you go down the street, you buy breadfruit here, you buy saltfish here, you buy bami there, and you make a commitment to your people. And you say, I'm not buying from the Chinese man. I'm not buying from the Indian man. I have to find my own today. I need butter. Let me see who look like me and talk like me that can sell me butter today. And support our own. When you see someone at work, because I watch them at work, and they'll come and report each other. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, you really come and report your brethren instead of taking them to the side and say, listen now, you can't do this. You need your little job. But we turn on each other. And we are the only culture that vulture our own. The Chinese man will say, listen, I realize you have a problem. Listen, I know so and so that can solve the problem. The Italian man will say, listen, come here. Let me help you. The Jew will forget it. They stick together like butter. Okay? But we can't pull our brethren and lift them up. We only could sink them down. If you're looking down on your brother, give him a hand to pull him up. because each one that we pull up will build a better nation for our children, for our grandchildren. We need to hold ourselves accountable. Teachers, you see Black children struggling. Oh my God, put a little extra effort with them. You know the situation, the circumstances that Black children are living in today. Put a little effort. Everybody else does. Okay, we need to help each other. You know about a job become available and somebody gets you in a job. Don't make them shame. Go there and work and earn your money so they could recommend somebody else to come and get a job. We need to be respectful and honorable to each other because we are our brother's keeper.
Supposed to be.
And that's all I have to say this morning.
You took the floor. I can't even follow after you. I'm just gonna end the show right here. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Your
you
family
greatly.
have a good morning.
Blessings. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So on that note right there, shout out to everybody who came on this morning on this live. Big up on herself. I can't follow that. She said everything. I don't need to say anything else, right? Just taking them words that she just said. She laid it out. With that said, shout out to everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow morning right here on Morning Thoughts. Y'all saw with SouFLoTV and my Morning Thoughts family. Big up on yourself. All right. One love. And again, thank you so much for being a part of this right here. We're going places. We got work to do. And this platform needs you. And I thank you for being here. I'm out. Peace.